In the midst of the MLB playoffs and a wild start of an NFL season, the term home gets thrown around a lot, and well, tonight, the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman trucks head to what's widely considered NASCAR's home game at the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. The 13th round of 22 is coming up next on Pit Stop TV. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the virtual Concord, North Carolina. Devin Zimmerman joins me on the call tonight, and Vincent Cortez is on our social media coverage this evening. And Devin, it's fitting on what the league has declared as Throwback Week that we go to a track that has such a rich history in stock car racing. This venue has, of course, been home to NASCAR's longest race, an event that was tagged as an endurance event on the schedule. And then this venue also broke through on the NASCAR schedule with a new track type, a roval, a mix between a road course and an oval. And there's just so much behind a great facility like the Charlotte Motor Speedway. What more can you tell us before tonight's event?
Well, Bruton Smith, he wanted to make this track just something unique, something special when he built it in Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of the teams were from here, and he wanted them to have a home race. So he built this track, went bankrupt doing it, but he built this track, and if you notice a little off kilter there, it's asymmetrical. Turns 1 and 2 are different than turns 3 and 4. Both turns, however, do have 24 degrees of banking. It is exactly 1.5 miles long. The straightaways have 5 degrees of banking, and the real problem spot is going to be off of turn number 4. That wall will sneak up on you if you are not careful, just because you're so used to running 1 and 2, and you can really get a good run just because of how wide that turn is coming off of turn 2 there. But turn 4, it tightens up quite a bit, so I expect that to be a problem spot for these guys tonight. But, it is such a great venue here in Charlotte. I consider this one of my home tracks, being from North Carolina. So it's going to be awesome to call this race tonight with you, Emerson. And just so our fans know, it is Emerson Arden's birthday. So feel free to comment in the chats, wish him a happy birthday. I know he probably wasn't expecting me to mention it tonight, but I feel like I had to. So happy birthday, my friend.
Hey, Devin, thank you so much, and I appreciate that. And yeah, I wasn't really expecting it to be brought up on broadcast. We're here to do a job, but you know what? I appreciate the thanks, and I wouldn't have wanted my birthday to be spent any other way than to broadcast a series that has, all my friends in it. It has so much meaning to me and to you and to all the drivers here that really, really pour a lot into this series. And again, if I had to broadcast any series on my birthday, I'm glad it's Outlaws, and we're here with a great event here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, as you described very eloquently how the track is designed. These trucks, they're going to be able to go wide open a lot of the time here, but if you want to save tires, you're going to have to lift very early into your run to keep the tires happy. If you're going wide open about 15 laps into your run, you're going to be experiencing fall-off, and you'll see a lot of drivers go backwards, and you'll notice who was fully on throttle in the first 15 laps of a run or so very quickly after that 15th lap. Speaking of 15, look at the point standings after 12 races, and it's a 15-point gap at the top of the table. Joseph Causey, a 15-point lead over Greg Holt. Jeremiah Stutzman weighs in 98 points back, point leader Joseph Causey. Then Tyler Markle is where the fun begins there in fourth. He has broken the tie with Seth Berger. He now has a 7-point advantage over Seth Berger. Cal Lingerfelt is about 25 back of Seth Berger. Max Service is 2 back of Lingerfelt. And then it gets really tight here on back with Bothwell in 8th, pretty much heading the rest of the playoff drivers. He's 170 points back of the point leader. James Gilliard 172 back, and Fitzpatrick 175 back. But those three, along with the next couple, can really shake up just because of how close they are in points. Plus, if somebody outside, that current top 13, plus or minus, got to account for Farrad Eli making 12 starts, those drivers, that line could shift, and it's already a very tight point battle.
It is a very tight point battle, and we have Joshua Fox there in the 66. He's in 11th place, 175 back from our leader, Joseph Causey, and then Matthew Setzer 5 points behind him. But the big thing is 21 points clear of that 13th spot, but Devin Smith sits in that 13th spot at 201 points back, but he has a Fair Elam Jr. who has a win to his name. Granted, he is also only 2 points out of a playoff spot at this moment, but he does have a win, so he's in. Yeah, so it's really coming down to Kevin Thompson and that Matthew Setzer. With Setzer has a big lead on these guys, so we'll see if they can really make some ground up. Like I said, Kevin Thompson there, 15th, Brandon Richardson in 16th there. These are starting to get to the guys who need to pretty much get a win to get in. So I fully on suspect to see these guys pushing as hard as they can to get that win tonight, and also for the future races that are coming up in the season. There's not many, so they're going to have to really step up to their games. The 55 of Adams there. He is in 17th. 18th is Doug Solms. 19th, Jason Miz. He has a win as well, so he is in. But he's getting really close to that cut line. You got to be in the top 20 in points in order to get in. Right now, he is tied there in the 19th and 20th spot with Andrew Pratt. So Jason Miz really needs to do some work so he can keep himself eligible to use that win that he got back in all the way at the beginning of the season at Daytona.
And yeah, Jason's also, been in and out of the series with starts. We'll have to see. We'll have to double check the count of starts to see if he's still eligible to make the playoffs. As a driver, you have to make 75% of the starts in the regular season to make it into the playoffs. And I've just been told here, you don't have to be in the top 20 in points. You just have to make 12 starts. At the same time, if you're pretty much outside the top 20, I don't know if you've made 12 starts at that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to, of course, get the count there for Jason Miz to see if he's going to make it to those 12 starts, or if he unfortunately would be eliminated. We'll get that count later on. But again, very, very tight points battle all throughout the field. Of course, at the top of the standings, throughout the middle of the playoffs, the playoff cut line, outside the playoff cut line, battles all over the place, even tied for 19th in points. That being said, I think that adds a whole other aspect as we close up on the rest of the regular season. We'll take a look at the season schedule, of course, what we've gone through and what we've got going forward. Of course, we've already gone through, the first half of the season, which has been a gauntlet of races for sure. But it's what we got with last week's race at Dover, producing Tyler Merkel, first time winner. He was in the playoffs, so it doesn't really shake up the playoff standings a lot. But it's just another winner to the series that could add a little bit more spice as we head into the playoffs. But it's really the run to the playoffs. Tonight at Charlotte, next Wednesday at Gateway, and after that at Iowa. Can Charlotte the 1.5 miles here tonight, Gateway to 1.25 miles out in St. Louis, and then of course Iowa, the 7/8 mile oval in the middle of Iowa. It's going to be a crazy turn of events with a flat track, a short track, and a very unique 1.5 mile at that to close out the regular season. But Devin, it's this run through the playoffs. Again, 2 races around through the playoffs. So Kansas, Kentucky is the first round, but we carry on from there, and it is absolutely wild as we fit in the field from 13 to 4.
Yeah, it is. Texas there be our next playoff race after Kansas and Kentucky. A very, very fast 1.5 miles after 2 other 1.5 miles that drive very differently. Texas drives a little bit differently than them, so they're not all the same, even though they are 1.5 miles. But we could see some different strategies there for guys trying to get in and keep themselves safe for the next round. Then we come back here to Charlotte, to the Roval this time, which is going to be a truly interesting test. And then it just gets crazier from there. We go to Talladega, a super speedway right in the middle, getting towards the end of the playoffs to settle this thing. Bristol right before we get our championship 4 there, and then Atlanta to close it out.
You got to think, if you think about the Charlotte Roval and you're not thinking too highly of it, which, one, I don't know how you're not, because all the races in real life have been absolutely gnarly. Let's think back to last season. All the road course races, with the exception of the mistakenly thrown caution on lap 1 at the Daytona road course, pretty much went green from the start to the end. Charlotte Roval had 4 full course yellows. The action is going to be intense as you throw it into the playoffs, and you're vying for a spot to make it into the the round of 7 before you go at Talladega and Bristol for a round to figure out who's going to be the 3 eliminated and the 4 advancing on to Atlanta. I mean, this is a beautifully made schedule, and a huge shout out, of course, to the Outlaws Sim Series admins, of course, Evan Smith, Adam Gardner, huge part of throwing the schedule together. because it is a phenomenal one, and we've been just blessed to have been on the ride and pretty much witness it all. That being said, oh, go for it.
Oh, I was going to say, yes, indeed. It's well put together. It's going to keep you on your toes each and every week. So, I mean, these drivers can't take a night off. I mean, we're getting towards the end of the playoffs, but even the playoff drivers, you can't take a night off because this is momentum time. You got to get the momentum getting into the playoffs. You got to keep it up. Tyler Markle got himself off to a great start, getting that win last week, showing these guys, hey, I'm competing for this championship. So I fully expect to see him continue that, and maybe some of these other guys start to poke their heads up there at the front as well.
Well, with that being said, we're going to step aside real quick, and on the far side of this break, we'll get a couple pre-race interviews. We'll get right to the action for tonight's World 410 here for the 13th round of 22 for the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman trucks. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're here again for coverage of round 13 to 22 on the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks schedule. And we're here again, in the run to the playoffs, 3 races remaining, and a lot of action's about to go down here tonight. Of course, you have to give a huge shout out to all the partners here at Pit Stop TV that make things go around. Those, of course, like Tucson Sound Art, your picture, your music. You provide the image that you want, and we will custom create a beautifully framed, high-quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. And with Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info and use promo code PITSTOPTV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted Sound Art device today. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. And with locations in Auburn, Lewiston, Naples, and Saco, Maine, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine owner Ashley Bollier is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact Permanent Makeup in Maine at permanentmakeupinmaine.com, or you can call or text them at 207-358-8255. 8683. Whiplash Media, of course, specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing camera packs, and more. The official graphic and camera provider of Pit Stop TV, where you can grab your iBroadcast cameras today at www.pitstoptv.com. And of course, a huge shout out to our friends at BAM Racing Videos. By a race fan, for the racing community. Go ahead and like them on Facebook. Check them out for all of the high quality short track racing content. And of course, I want to also give a huge shout out to all the crew working the Cars Esport Tour today at the South Boston Speedway, and of course a driver of the series, Joshua Balliet, running in that series as well. Hoping he has a great run tonight. Hoping all the drivers in the Cars Esport Tour at South Boston Speedway tonight have a great race. I know that's a tough little short track, that 410th mile, and hopefully they most of those drivers can get out of there in one piece. Hopefully Andrew and Eric are calling a great show, and I know Zach's over there backing them up on the social media coverage as well, doing a phenomenal job. So huge shout out again to the Cars Esport Tour broadcast going on right now at the South Boston Speedway here on iRacing, of course. We got stuff to do here, though, at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Devin. There's a driver that's currently top of the charts that you've been keeping your eye on. We haven't seen run in the series in quite a long time. Go ahead and tell us about him.
Yeah, Cody Vreeland, he has been a while since we've talked to him. So we're going to get him up here in the booths, pick his brain about tonight running the Alan Kowicki throwback there in the 10 truck. Cody Vreeland, do you have a copy? This is Devin in the booth.
Hey, I got you.
Hey, man, it's nice to see you back. It's been a while. Just tell us how the track's feeling out there tonight.
I mean, I think it's feeling pretty good. That turn 4 wall comes out at you, though, and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the opening. That wall definitely can sneak up on you if you're not careful. But top of the charts right now, that's got to be feeling good for a return race. So kind of fill us in for what you're expecting out of tonight as far as where you'll probably be running.
I mean, I'm just as long as I finish, honestly. I mean, you guys saw the last couple of finishes I've had. I've either gotten wrecked or wrecked. So I'm just hoping to finish this time.
Well, hey, man, if you keep the speed in that truck that it's in there right now, I'm sure you're going to be up at the front. A lot of speed in that 10 truck, and it's good to see out of an Alan Kowicki throwback, one of my favorite throwbacks. It's like I said, it's been a while. Did you mean to take a break for that long? And, are you glad to be back? Are you excited? Kind of fill us in on how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I kind of just took a step away because of what happened the past couple of races I ran. And, I'm just excited to be back and surprisingly be on top right now.
Well, hey, man, I mean, it's a fast truck, and hopefully it keeps that way. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end again, especially with that Hooters throwback, again, one of my favorites. But we're glad to have you back, Cody. And, again, hopefully you have a great night. We're going to go ahead and let you have the floor here before we send you back to get back some more practice. Floor is yours to thank whoever you want to thank. Shout out whoever you want to shout out.
Yeah, I want to thank my family, Rocket Racing Setups, for the setup. We're fast, really fast. And, that's about it. Thank you guys for putting on what you guys do.
All right, Cody. Well, thanks again. We'll let you get back to practice and keep going that fast, man. We'll see you again at the end of the race if you are.
Yeah, thank you.
And that, of course, was driver of the number 10, Cody Vreeland. And, of course, Cody making a few starts in the Outlaws Sim Series prior to tonight, but coming out with an absolute force tonight. Top of the charts in practice, running late here. Can he keep it up? Does he have what it takes to maybe knock Brad Bothwell off his pole game? As he usually ends up getting the pole. He's gotten 5 poles this season through 12 races. He's trying to go for 50%, by the way. He was trying to do last week at Dover. Was not even able to set a valid lap time, which was very intriguing at that. But a driver I want to talk to is a driver who's hanging around here, Jesse Adams. He is up in the 17th position. I want to see if we can get a word in with him. I'll bring him on up here. This is driver number 55, Jesse Adams. And Jesse, I know you and your team have been hard at work practicing for tonight's race here at Charlotte. Just to kind of give us a little bit of a insight on how you're feeling heading into tonight's mile and a half.
Hi guys. Yeah, excited to be brought in here. I'm honestly, our team overall, we've been talking and we have mixed strategies it seems. Some of us, like myself, are going to start in the back, try and avoid any potential big ones. A lot of drivers in the field for this throwback race tonight. So I think myself, Devin, maybe a couple others, or we're going to try and start in the back, see what happens. I think Kyle, Matt, and Josh are going to try and start up front, see what happens up there. So just mixed strategies, and looking forward to the race. Excited for it. A lot of cool schemes out here tonight.
Yeah, speaking of cool schemes, you're bringing out probably one of the coolest schemes that's ever been ran, and a very notable Jeff Gordon scheme. Of course, not you the Rainbow Warrior or the DuPont or Exalta Flames car or anything like that. You're running the T-Rex car, the Jurassic Park car. Tell us why you decided to base your truck livery off of that car for this evening's event, and what attracted you to it, and yeah, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, so this is probably, honestly, it's a very underrated scheme, I feel. And I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan, and I've grown up with Jeff Gordon fan my entire life. So yeah, just mixing the two together. I've always loved this scheme, and I'm starting to mess around with creating my own schemes. So this one was pretty simple to start out with, and to get a feel with making my own schemes like usual. And yeah, I'm excited for how it turned out. I told the guys I think I'm gonna run it possibly the rest of the season. Sticks out on the track. It's bright red. Can't really miss it. So yeah, the only thing I got to tweak for the next, if I do just continue to run it, is make the Zalta on the hood a little bigger.
Yeah, of course, Jesse. And again, like you said, a bright red car, you can't really miss it on the track. It's such an iconic scheme if you're a Jeff Gordon fan. It's kind of like one of those schemes that it was kind of a one-off. It wasn't like a mainstay livery, of course, like Rainbow Warrior or the Flames car, and I think that kind of makes it more unique as well. But with that, Jesse, let's kind of talk about the season now. You're outside the playoffs. What's your game plan these final 3 races to kind of put yourself into position to maybe see if there's a way you can take advantage and find yourself in that top 13 at the end of the race at Iowa?
Yeah, so overall the season, it started off rough. I'm not gonna lie. I have only had iRacing since June, and then Kyle said, "Hey, why don't you come and join this league?" So to prepare, I had to talk to Adam, get approval for this, show him that I did a preseason race at Martinsville, and once I learned from that, Adam said, "Yeah, you'll be good to go," and just started off rough. I was over driving corners with cold tires to start the races, and that was kind of taking me out of contention. But these past couple weeks, my goal for the season, just as a rookie, was to get a top 20, and now I'm being pressured by Kyle and Josh and all the other teammates to say, don't shoot for the top 20 now. I've racked up, I think, 3 back-to-back-to-back top 10s. Martinsville, I'd led a couple laps on different strategy, finished 6th. So, and Dover last week, besides getting loose and just a little bit of net code, I felt with Causey hitting me, and I couldn't really save it. It's just a self-cleaning track. I felt I could have ran top 5, and I was right there battling Holt for it. So, never know. I'm just happy with the position I'm in. Hope to be catching your guys' attention a little bit, kind of as an unknown, and just kind of see where the season goes. I don't really want to put a lot of pressure on myself this first season. Again, just kind of running as a rookie and getting a feel for the trucks, and then we'll see what we run next season and go from there.
Well, Jesse, we're in the qualifying. I'm just going to leave you to it. But real quick, we'll give the floor to shout out. Here we get a shout out. Thank you, everybody. Thank for putting you in the position to compete like you do week in and week out.
I gotta thank my wife first off for letting me race every Wednesday night, and I gotta thank my mom and Poppy. They watch me every Wednesday night, I believe, on YouTube or the Facebook link. So glad to have them watching. I know they're super excited, and look forward to your text later tonight, Poppy. See how I did during the race.
Right on, you love to hear it. Jesse Adams, driver of number 55, vying for a playoff spot potentially. He's up in the thick of it. We'll see what he can do tonight here at Charlotte. Jesse, best of luck to you, driver. Hopefully we'll talk to you a little bit later on.
Yeah, thank you guys. Take care.
Driver of the number 55, Jesse Adams. We're currently watching now the driver vying for the point lead here. The 3 of Greg Holt and a beautiful Skull Bandit machine there on the racetrack. And Greg Holt, again, a driver who's never short of speed. Even the weeks he's struggling, he'll find his way up in the mix, and he'll throw it up second on the charts right now. But remember, to get 3 laps.
Yeah, that's right. They get 3 laps. He's normally that first lap, you take it easy, get this truck up to speed, and that second lap's going to be the one to go for. We see, was it John Mustaine there? He's showing some speed there, putting it up in the top spot for the moment, about 3/10 clear. Sure, these guys are going to start getting closer to that. Again, that turn 4, though, when you're pushing it, it can sneak up on you, and that ruins your lap. Greg Holt back to second. So nothing on that lap. He's got one more, though.
And again, it's so hard to find the advantage because these trucks are wide open. You see there, Julio Villalobos got loose there through the center of 3 and 4. James Gilliard, teammate to Brad Boffo, will go top of the charts. Villalobos will put it 6th quickest right now out of 15 times. And I really want to bring up this scheme because it's, I think, unlike a few others. Yes, everybody's throwing back, to real drivers and all, but Julio Villalobos in this number 45 machine, you see it's decked out with the number on the quarter panel, similar to that of the NASCAR Peak Mexico Series. And Julio Villalobos is, of course, throwing back to Julio Villalobos Sr., who ran in the NASCAR Peak Mexico Series years ago, and TC 2000 and all that great stuff down in Mexico. And I think this is a great throwback that, to throw back to a racing driver that you are related to, that, has made his name up in NASCAR Series, of course, NASCAR Peak Mexico Series. And oh no, Villalobos has just grenaded the engine going into 3.
That's the first time we've seen that this season, where someone put on a little too much tape, and wow, just running it too hot. And that's easy to do if you slap it full of tape. But I mean, tape can make you faster, but that's close. I mean, he is 3rd right now, so maybe it worked. He'll get a new engine before he starts, though. Beauty of iRacing, right?
Absolutely. How about on this historic week in NASCAR, Seth Berger in his Bergarts number 77 Chevrolet Silverado is running Wendell Scott's colors. Of course, Wendell Scott, the first African-American to win a NASCAR Cup Series event. Bubba Wallace, of course, getting the victory this Monday at Talladega, becoming the 2nd ever African-American to win a NASCAR Cup Series event. And I think it's amazing, the timing of this event, because Seth had chosen this livery, this color, this livery before the Talladega race this weekend, this week on Monday. So I think just the timing of that being planned was phenomenal for Seth.
It was, and I mean, you could say what you want about Bubba winning.
Oh,
and all
Buffalo's
that stuff,
going around.
Buffalo's going around. Oh no, and he's not in his normal green tonight, so he's in a throwback himself. I think he has an extra lap, so he'll be fine. But yeah, going back to Seth's truck there and just talk about Bubba. I mean, so happy to see Bubba win. Such a historic moment for the sport, and it's gonna only do great things for the sport. I mean, the sport, it's been on the down decline for a while, and one of the ways to get people to come back is to diversify your fan base. Right now, it was pretty aimed at one particular group of fans, and now it's kind of becoming everybody's sport, which it should be. I mean, this sport was originated in the United States, and I think it should be everyone who lives in the United States everyone who lives in the United States sport, and everyone should be able to enjoy it without feeling, awkward or weird at racetracks. So everything that's happened recently, I'm all for, and it's only gonna, bring NASCAR back to, I think, possibly, the glory days back in the 90s where it was just booming. And for Bubba to get that win is only going to inspire so many, people of color to get into NASCAR and just further diversify the sport.
Great points, Devin. Of course, NASCAR, I think has turned a lot of heads over the past, couple seasons, and for a lot of reasons, good and what people can deem as negative. But for what's for certain is that there is new eyes looking at the sport, and of course eyes looking at you when you're trying to get bigger and bigger, and try to stop the bleeding in terms of losing viewership is huge. Now I want to look at this truck right here, this 42 truck, this Callaway truck, but it's inspired by a Kyle Petty livery. And how about this? Of course, Tyler Marco ran the 42 car, or 42 truck, I'm sorry. Oh, and he just popped the wall there out of 4. That lap's going to be invalid, and tried to stop before the line. He's going to cross the line.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be his qualifying done. He's up in the top 5, so not bad. I mean, these times are so close right now. I mean, our top 6 are separated by less than a tenth.
Brad Bothwell, top of the charts. There's that
I
man.
spoke too soon.
But those times are close because it's wide open here at Charlotte. I want to give a shout out here to Jeremiah Stutzman, who's running, of course, 1997 Mark Martin throwback, the Winn-Dixie livery on his number 71 truck. He'll put it right now. What was that? Is that 23rd quickest? And that was his final lap. Ooh, man. Jeremiah Stutzman's got some work to do.
Yeah, I mean, some of these guys, again, they set the truck up for possibly a race setup. Maybe not the best at getting the qualifying speed out of it, but their race setup. Ooh, another pop the wall there. I believe that's the 89, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin Thompson, yeah, he popped the wall, tried to get it stopped, but he's going to cross the line. I think that was his 3rd and final lap, though. So that hurts him. I'm not sure how far he is down the order, but
There's
they're one of the guys.
Car.
Yeah, there's our rainbow. So now we get to see Mustaine and see what he can do as he's coming onto the track now, or he's actually stopping. So maybe he's going to reset and try it again. But there's a bunch of different strategies tonight as far as who's running what. And you heard Jesse talk about it. He wants to sit in the back thinking, hey, there might be a big wreck here. Some guys trying to push it a little much, getting off of turn 2 or turn 4 tonight. So we'll have to see.
I want to give a shout out there to Kevin Thompson, who's running a throwback to Dale Jarrett. I forget the 1998. And again, that was a beautiful truck there on the 89 of Kevin Thompson. Here's the 56 of Adam Gardner sitting on the race on the pit lane here in his number 56. This is a throwback to Kenny Irwin. And man, this is also a very colorful, very beautiful scheme here that Adam Gardner's brought to the track. Again, our league owner, usually in the race control tower most weeks, running a Kenny Irwin Jr. 1997 throwback here.
Yeah, that's a good looking truck. There's a lot of good looking trucks tonight. I love throwback weeks. I'm watching Mustaine. He hits the wall. That was his first lap, and I don't think he's gonna have time to get another one. So
I think it's his 4th, actually. I think he's just kind of running around.
Oh, is he trying to run around? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. So he's qualified. My fault. But man, these trucks are so good looking. I like the throwback weeks. It's gonna be nice to see these trucks on the track. There are a couple of Harry Gant schemes in the field, and of course the Alan Kawicki. I'm kind of partial to those, so hopefully they do good, but we'll see. It should be a really fun race here as they're about to start gridding up.
Right, and you can't go throwback week without, of course, a Miller Genuine Draft car, and of course that scheme's being ran by Brandon Richardson. No, it's not a requirement, but it seems most years in NASCAR that it is, because at least one driver runs a Miller Genuine Draft car. It's a beautiful car, don't get me wrong. It's just ran a lot. But Devin, qualifying has ticked over.
It has, and I feel like I've said this before, but Brad Bothwell is the Pratt Towel and Stone Pole Award. It's been a couple races, but good to see Brad Bothwell getting back to form. The guy who's been on the pole the most this season. So, Brad Bothwell, congratulations! You are the winner of the Pratt Towel and Stone Pole Award. Pratt Towel and Stone serving Central Vermont since 2005.
Absolutely, Pratt Towel and Stone doing a lot. Of course, getting a lot of people here onto the iRacing, so we can have an iRacing iteration of the Outlaws Sim Series, and great work at that. And out of field, gets ready to grid up here on the front straightaway. There you see the beautiful line of trucks getting ready to go through their pace laps, and we'll go through our starting lineup really quickly here. Of course, the 31 of Brad Bothwell, the pole winner there in the 31 to the inside, and on the outside of him will be the 89 of Kevin Thompson. Row number 2 it'll be the 98 of Farron Elam Jr. To the outside of him will be point leader Joseph Kazi. Row number 3 it'll be Kyle Lingerfeld in the 65 to 42 of Tyler Markle. Row number 4, it'll be the 45 of Julio Villalobos Jr. and the 5 of Matthew Setzer. And back to row number 5, it'll be the 3 of Greg Holt starting 9th, the 23 of Benjamin Park starting 10th.
Yeah, the row number 6, we're going to have Jason Miz on the inside in the 24, James Gilliard to his outside in the 33. Row number 7 is going to see Seth Berger in the 13th position in the 77 truck, Andrew Schroeder in the 14th position in the 47 truck. Row number 8 is going to see John Mustaine in the 1 and Brandon Richardson to his outside in the 29. Row number 9 is going to see Landon Lacey in the 53 and 17th, Cody Vreeland, who was top of the charge, starting a little further back there in 18th. And the row number 10 is Max Service in the 81 and Devin Smith in the 95.
As the pace lap commences, we got the rest of our starting lineup to go through here. The 75 of Andrew Pratt, league owner Adam Gardner will start to his outside there in 22nd. Row number 12, it'll be the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman, the 7 of Joshua Balliet, who just got out of his Cars Esport Tour event. We'll get you recapped there and see how he fared there. How about row number 13, it'll be the 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick, the 69 of John Mickey. Row number 14, it'll be the 32 of Jeremy C. Poole, the 66 of Joshua Lane Fox. A little low of a starting spot for Joshua Fox tonight. Back to row number 15, it'll be the 63 of Randall Barnett and the 6 of Daniel Park. Row number 16, it'll be the 96 of Matt Rogers, the 25 of Eric Peck, and the final row of the grid will be the 55 of Jesse Adams starting 33rd, the 67 of Doug Solms, 34th. Again, that rounds out a large field for tonight's race here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Real quick, we're already on the back straightaway. We're going to quick weather recap heading into tonight's race. Again, the air temp 72 degrees Fahrenheit, the track temp 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds fairly calm, but I mean you'll feel a little bit. Nearly 8-mile-per-hour winds out of the south, and we'll get a little bit more on that later. But as the field works its way through turns 3 and 4 for the final time behind the safety vehicle, it'll be the 31 of Brad Bothwell to his outside, the 89 of Kevin Thompson. And coming off of the 4th and final turn, round 13 of the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks schedule will commence here at Charlotte. And we got a wreck on the back straightaway. Seth Berger involved. Several trucks up and over in turn 3.
Huge wreck, and this is something that Jesse Adams mentioned in the open. Oh, the 33 is on his roof.
Oh my goodness. And that's how quickly things can happen here at Charlotte, especially with the field all packed up. James Gilliard is upside down.
Josh Balliet in that wreck. His truck is not going straight.
Yeah, we'll get a replay here and see all that happen. And this starts with Seth Berger here in the 77.
Yeah, we mentioned, was it Jesse mentioned, and he was going to try and stay away from the big one, and we had it on lap 1. Let's see what happens here off of turn 2.
Oh, just slight net-coded contact at that.
Oh, netcode, and it was the 33 who got into the 77. Lacey, big hit. Dan Park got a little bit, not too much. The Jurassic Park truck looks like he got just a touch there as well. A lot of trucks involved, a lot of trucks.
I mean, this one was pretty big. We'll get an overlook at it here. We'll try to see what happened from with Gilliard. This should give us a little bit better of a look here on turn 2.
There's plenty of room. Gilliard came down just a bit and it net coated. And it just turned him over, and he just slides on his hood.
In
Oh
the
my
middle
goodness.
of the field. I can't believe he didn't get hit again, but people hit each other trying to avoid him. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, that is crazy. Just, it looks like there's just a bit of net code, and then that just brought the two trucks together.
All right on board. Landon Lacey was right behind it as well, so he'll have nowhere to go when this all happens. Trying to get to the outside of Gilliard. Contact to his left side, and he gets clipped in the quarter pane. You see the flip in his mirror. And, oh, up and over was Lacey.
He flipped. Ooh.
You'll see all the wrecking right in front of him. This wreck is actually not as big as I thought, because it happened towards the front middle of the field, and I mean there's a lot of trucks involved for what it's worth. I mean, that's a destroyed truck right there. I think that was the 66 of Fox, but not too many trucks damaged.
Yeah, and if and a lot of trucks who did maybe get some piece of that, maybe just a little bit damaged, should be able to carry on without too much of an issue. But man, that was a bad place too. A lot of these guys just had nowhere to go, and one of the Winston trucks just came barreling in there.
Yeah, somebody lost their brakes or lost their mind or something there. Not entirely sure what
And that's a
happened.
blown engine. Whoever, I think that was somebody had a blown engine. I heard it.
Yeah, there's a lot of destroyed trucks. I think Dan Park might be the one with the blown engine here.
And it looked like he got that one through that one pretty smooth. I wonder if he may have shifted down too early. You tend to do that when you're in a wreck, trying to slow the truck down. Try to shift down a little early to get the truck woed up. But yeah, that's man, that's interesting.
That was a huge wreck. We got a lot of views of it, but here we are getting ready for the restart already. Working lap 4 of 170 here, and well, Mal did get a podium tonight at South Boston Speedway. Credit to Andrew Carnelli, the fourth, of course, who ran that broadcast over there. Joshua Balliet got 3rd place tonight at the KRC Sport Tour event at South Boston Speedway. The iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane. The field back in the hands of the 31 of Brad Boffel. We're back to racing from Concord. Pick back up, very tight side-by-side racing through the pack as we work our way through turns 3 and 4 for the first time at speed. Everybody off of turn 4 looks like we'll get through it very clean. For the most part, maybe one truck caught the wall out of 4. Other than that, I think we're okay. Now right here, we got Kevin Thompson, Theron Eliam Jr. doing battle for the 3rd position.
Yeah, these guys are battling it out, and I don't know really what's the preferred line right now. I believe it is going to be the low line. High line seems a little bit faster early in the run, but you can shred your tires being out there. So I am sure that Farron Elam, I believe he's that outside truck. Or is that Kevin Thompson? That's Kevin Thompson, sorry. Yeah, so Kevin Thompson, he's going to want to get down as quick as possible, save his stuff. Otherwise, he might see himself falling back if this thing goes green, and he is able to find a spot there.
Everybody starts to single it out here, but this is Benjamin Park trying to make a move on Kyle Lingerfeld. He'll actually file back in line behind Kyle Lingerfeld there. A couple green trucks there. Of course, Benjamin Park running a Harry Gant throw back there. Kyle Lingerfeld with the Quaker State truck. And oh, that's Farron Eliam in the wall out of turn 4. That right side damage, and he's dropping like a rock through this running order.
Yeah, he tagged the wall hard, and he's going to get back up to speed here in the turn, but that was a big shot that he took on the right side of that truck.
And you're going to feel it. These trucks, they're nearly wide open at Charlotte. You cannot have really any aerodynamic deficiencies at a track where you're pretty much wide open.
No, it'll kill the truck, and it kills any chance you have to really try and put up a fight for the win. So he's going to be struggling from here on out, I think. Really going to have to take some of those repairs in the pits. So he's going to have some slow pit stops, and I don't even think the truck's going to be back to 100% after that either. So just got to hang on to it for now. Here we ride along with Tyler Markle here in the 4th position, looking for getting around Kevin Thompson again. Kevin Thompson looking to the outside again.
So Kevin Thompson was under attack from Tyler Markle, but Tyler chose the inside lane. And we're looking at the multi-lane racing here at the Charlotte Motors Week being put on display right there. Kevin Thompson actually rode around the outside, maybe wore out his tires a little bit more than Tyler Markle, but got clear of Tyler and is now searching for a second on Kazi. Now I think Kevin Thompson may be one of those who pushes a little early. We may see him fade back a little bit later, but right now I know Joseph Kazi has tire saving on his mind. He's going to defend for sure, but he may not be too worried about Kevin Thompson even if he gets around him.
No, he's not. And with this thing being wide open, being side by side here can really have an effect on the trucks, and it can let that guy in front of you get away. And I mean, that's kind of what's happening here. Bothwell is starting to pull away just a little bit on these guys. They're able to run him down when they're staying in a line like this, but when Thompson looks to that outside or looks to get side by side here with Causey, they start to let Bothwell get away from him.
Brad Bothwell has been on a mission thus far. He's opened up a 3/4 of a second advantage over V88 of Joseph Causey, and you can see it there now. 3/4 of a second doesn't look too big, but this early into a run, if he's saving his tires, that is huge. We saw something similar last week with Kevin Thompson, but he opened up a 4-second advantage at Dover in the opening 13 laps. And then he had a mistake on the pit lane. He had to pit a second time. He ended up at the back of the pack and then involved in an incident very early. But Brad Bothwell, if he's using his stuff up, it's at a much, lesser rate. It's also kind of hard to have a pace difference when we are going as wide open as we are in the trucks right here. But 0.8 of a second picking up there down the back straightaway and continuing to gain as Kazi kind of has a train of trucks behind him. Kazi, I think he's saving tires, but I think a lot of people want to get around, and was that Villalobos who nearly caught Holt? They're now under attack from Lingerfeld.
Yeah, it looks like Villalobos got into Holt a little bit there, if not just held off of him. But yeah, that puts him under attack from Kyle Lingerfeld. Lingerfeld's on the outside, a little bit faster line, and Lingerfeld's going to make it work, and that's really good for Lingerfeld. You want to run that outside to get the pass done in one turn, and then you want to get back down to the bottom, save those tires again. The fastest line is going to be about a lane up in kind of that middle groove of the track, but you will shred your tires doing that. So Tyler Markle now under attack.
I want to drop back here to a driver you talked to in pre-race, Cody Vreeland, who's trying to work his way up inside the top 10, trying to take 11th from Jason Miz, the Daytona winner up there. And Cody Vreeland will actually file back in line and gets pushed by the Miller Genuine Draft livery there of the 29 of Brandon Richardson right behind. Up the track goes Smith and Miz. Here comes Vreeland as well. Just a nice little battle here, but you talked to this driver in pre-race. He started a little bit lower than he anticipated. Already worked himself into the top 12 and looking for 10th.
Yeah, he's really making up some spots here. He was able to avoid that early wreck. Now looking to get himself into the top 10, running right here just outside of it. And looking to the outside now. Again, that's going to be the preferred lane to make a pass. See if he can get the momentum off the turn. He looks like he is on the door. And it's going to be some bump drafting. I think the truck underneath of him got really loose. So that's going to help him out too. But not able to fully complete the pass before turn one. And now he's under trouble from the Miller Genuine Draft car there behind him. So if he's not too careful, he might end up losing positions here.
Yeah, Brandon Richardson trying to move forward. Smith and Miz in a dead heat. They were going at it hard. Miz just kind of followed Smith right up the track last time. Now tries to peek to the outside this time around. Can he get up there? Now side by side of the corner. Miz has the advantage with the longer straightaway. Here comes Vreeland to the inside. This is all going on for 11th.
Oh, some amazing racing here for 11th place. Coda's Devin Smith right there in front of him. And Gilliard right there behind him, all vying for this spot. All running different lines too. There's 3 different lines being ran right now. Miz kind of a little bit higher than Vreeland and everybody else on the bottom. That high line gives a good run here. We might see the 10 truck finally clear Devin Smith. It looks like he's not clear yet, but he might be able to get clear here off of turn 2. He's going to get a big run right here. And he is. He's clear. And, man, there's battles all over this track.
Here comes Lingerfeld on Kevin Thompson trying to clear up the track, but Thompson keep his foot in it around the outside, and he'll hold up Lingerfeld's progress for the moment. He'll allow Villalobos to peek to the outside of Lingerfeld now as they go side by side to the quad oval and into turn 1.
Round the outside they go, trying to make these passes. Yeah, Villalobos looking to get the run off the turn. Oh, a little loose bobble there from the that Quaker State 65 of Kyle Lingerfeld. But he's going to stay on the bottom, puts it right on the paint there. That's a good line for saving tires here. Get that truck to turn by being right there on it. But, yeah, he's not giving up the spot too easily. But, yeah, you can easily kill the tires. We see Kevin Thompson already sliding back because of that. So if Villalobos isn't careful, he could be victim to the same kind of thing here. They're going to look 3 wide. Oh, are they going to be it there? No, Lingerfeld backs out.
Lingerfeld really wanted to. He's being held up by Kevin Thompson on the bottom side, but he fought better of it. It's lap 21, not lap 121, Lingerfeld says to himself as Villalobos will power by the 89 of Kevin Thompson. Villalobos, again, running a livery, shouting out, of course. Oh, and he catches the wall there into turn 1. Here comes Lingerfeld.
Yeah, Lingerfeld now being held up a bit, trying to get by Thompson. He's going to be able to clear him. Thompson really slow off of turn 2. If he's not careful, he's going to fall victim to Ben Park right behind him now. Villalobos, though, making his way through the field. Really good run here. And like I said, Kevin Thompson running that high line early, trying to make up spots. It's kind of backfiring on him now. He's falling back.
Well, you know who else is falling back? It's the 31, Brad Bothwell, because he's got company. How about the 81 of the 88 of Joseph Causey driving up to the 31 of Brad Bothwell? Was up to an 8/10 of a second advantage. Causey has not only halved it, it's now looking at a quarter of a second and closing out a 2/10 of a second as he approaches the tailgate here, the 31 of Bothwell.
And I think he saw who's right behind him. His teammate, Greg Holt, the guy he is battling for the regular season championship, has made his way to third. He got around Tyler Markle just a few laps ago. And Causey's like, okay, well, maybe now it's go time. So he wants to make quick work of this 31, get around him. And you can see he puts his left tires, tries to get him right there to the blue. Wasn't able to do it that time. But the time before, puts it right on that blue paint for the apron, and is really able to get the truck to turn around these corners on the inside, and that's really good for saving tires. This time he's going to keep it in the middle track, try and get the run through the turn. He can't be held up too much longer. That 3 truck is starting to gain as well.
You're right, Greg Holt is approaching, and right here is Causey on the tailgate of Brad Bothwell. And again, we're at the point now, 25 laps into the run, you're no longer going full throttle in these trucks. If you are absolutely shredding the tires. Remember, I said at the top of the broadcast, about 15 laps in, maybe 20, you'll start to see the drivers who went full throttle or nearly full throttle really start to back up here. And Bothwell, who opened up an 8/10 of a second advantage and probably more, now got eaten up here by Joseph Causey. He's probably lifting there at the beginning of the race, and we're going to see here at this point in the run, you want to just be able to lift and get your truck down to that blue line, trying to see if you can hook the corner up a little bit better than the driver in front of you. Bothwell misses the bottom a little bit. This should help Causey through the exit. He's got a great run here. It's not going to be able to make a move here. You'll see the gap that Causey closes up here on Bothwell. Nearly 1/10 of a second into turn 1. He's got to get down to that bottom side to get it hooked up, but he can't get down there.
Yeah, and these trucks in the dirty air, I mean, it is almost wide open, like you said, but the dirty air off of these trucks can really make that front end just want to go straight towards the wall, not let the tires turn it. Also, try maybe to try a different line than the guy right in front of you. So you see when Bothwell was trying to run low, Causey was running a little higher. Now that Bothwell is not able to keep it on the bottom, Causey's trying to run a little bit lower just to keep clean air on the nose of that truck. So you can see he's stepping out there, runs a little higher. keep clean air on the nose of the truck so he is not, being victim to that tightness, because that's just going to make you turn the wheel more. And then you're going to light up that right front tire a little bit more. And then you're going to end up being more tighter because of it. So just trying to get away around him right now. Bothwell making it very hard. He's putting his truck right where it needs to be, though. But as we say that, Causey is right on the back bumper now.
Real quick here, Andrew Pratt powers by Devin Smith. Devin Smith is, remember, he was up there defending inside the top 10. He's now dropped down to the 13th position. You can look a little ways up. Benjamin Park was one of those drivers he's battling. Ben Park is now looking at 7th place, Kevin Thompson.
Yeah, Ben's kind of been quietly making his way up through the pack. He's now caught Kevin Thompson, who was up there battling for 2nd for a while. He's fallen back. He was running that high lane, trying to get as much as he could at the beginning of the run. Now he's kind of trying to hold on to the truck here until they can maybe make an adjustment on a pit stop, make that truck a little bit freer possibly. He looks pretty tight when he gets off the turns, having to give up a little speed. And Ben Park wants to take full advantage of it. He parks that truck right behind the 89. However, it gets a little tight. He's going to slide up, though. And Setzer is trying to join this battle now.
I'm sure everybody's a little tight this far into a tire run, 30 laps into a tire run, and trucks that run nearly wide open at the beginning of these races. You're going to be a little tight at this point in the race. It's how well you manage that and how you overcome that, understeer up the racetrack. Here comes Matthew Setzer trying to take A from Benjamin Park, not down very yet. Ben Park looking to the outside of Thompson now, but he gets a little understeered to the center of the corner. Now Setzer can get the run if you got that center of the corner hooked up in 3 and 4. Richardson got a little sideways, and we got a battle for the lead. It's Causey on the inside, Bothwell on the outside.
Bothwell's gonna let it hang, and he almost makes contact. Ooh, that could have been disastrous for our points leader there. Both of these guys not wanting to give up. Bothwell's like, no, I don't think I'm done leading yet. Even though you're just a bit faster, I want to stay up front here. And he's letting it hang out, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up for much longer. It looks like Causey's just a nose ahead here as they go into turn 1.
Well, remember, 2 laps to go to the end of stage 1. Lap 34, the completion lap 34 at that will be the end of the stage. Bothwell trying to keep himself out there, trying to keep himself in this battle down the back straight away into turn 3. Bothwell still trying to see if he can lead here at the end of lap 34. Coming through 3 and 4, 1 lap to go in stage 1. Causey trying to clear, and he is.
Yeah, Bothwell just not able to stay on the gas off of turn 4, getting too tight on him. He almost flipped the wall that time. Had to back out of it, let Causey have the spot. It looks like Causey's going to win stage 1 here, barring any other craziness happening with the 88 truck. But, man, what a great battle for the lead we just witnessed.
Bothwell try as he might. Do turns 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 1. Joseph Causey will come to the start-finish line and win stage 1 here at Charlotte. Remember, the stages are going to be continuing on. Again, no caution will be thrown for the stage break. Bothwell will get 2nd. It'll be Greg Holt in 3rd. Tyler Markle 4th. Kyle Lingerfeld held off the Julio Villalobos for 5th. Kevin Thompson slid all the way back to 7th. Ben Park was not able to get around him. He's there at 8th. Matthew Setzer 9th. Brandon Richardson, the top 10 at the completion of lap 34. The end of lap 77 will be the completion of stage number 2, and we continue on. Again, the stages are scored at the natural flag conditions at the completion of said stage lap. And there, lap 34, Joseph Causey just took the lead away from Brad Bothwell 2 laps prior. Bothwell tried to see might. He tried to get a stage win there. Was not able to hold on.
No, he's trying to keep touch right now with Joseph Causey and not let him break away too far, but Causey is starting to just pull away ever so slightly. He was able to save enough tire, and it looks like that tire difference is what is pulling these 2 trucks apart right now. So far, I mean, Causey's doing what he's known to do, save those tires, get to the front at the end of the stage, get the stage win, and then just prolong the speed of that truck and see if he can do it a little bit longer. Right now, Greg Holt is still gaining ever so slightly. just a bit, but I know Causey is now like, okay, I can get away. I need to get away as fast as possible, not give Greg Holt a chance.
And I've been studying the margin here between between Causey and Bothwell. And really, Causey's only better than Bothwell out of turn 4, but that's so huge because of the way turn 4 is. And, you know, again, the run from turn 4 to the start finish line much longer than the run from the start finish line to turn 1, and Brad Bothwell having a little bit of connectivity issues there, so that's gonna hurt the battle a little bit. Jeremiah Stutzman falling a lap down here, another lap down. That's the second lap down there for the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. And there at the completion of stage 1, I want to also recap.
Oh, Big Rick off the 4.
Oh no, Andrew Pratt! And oh no, that's a driver going off across the infield grass. That might be Kevin Thompson. I thought there was another. Doug Solms.
Yep, also Ben Park involved in that.
Oh my goodness, Ben Park.
I just happened to catch a glimpse of it when they were coming off of 4. Ben Park been trying to get around Kevin Thompson for the longest time, and this time they got a little too close.
Get a replay here. We'll try to see what had happened. Looks like we were not able to cue it up just that moment. I'm gonna try one more time right here. We'll try to get this replay queued up for you. We can figure out exactly what happened between Ben Park and Kevin Thompson. Oh, we just caught the end of it there, but Kevin Thompson was actually the driver who went around there, collected Andrew Pratt and more. A little bit of issues there getting it queued up here, but here we go. We'll get it this time around. We'll see. I mean, they were going at it hard. This is side by side down the back straightaway. Kevin Thompson up high, Ben Park down low. And unfortunately, we're going to see it all unfold here into turn 3. Thompson way up high. Ben gets the blue line up the track.
Yeah, he got the apron a little bit there and just gets into the side of the 89.
Oh,
89 hitting the 75.
Hit. Andrew Pratt, nowhere for Devin Smith to go. Andrew Pratt sitting in the middle of the track. Doug Solms, nowhere to go. Oh, man.
Yeah, just a bad place to be right there. And it just parked it in the middle of the track, and just nothing these drivers could do behind them. They tried to get it woed up, but we're just not able to.
Trying to get on board here with Doug Solms. And we'll see how all this unfolds here down the back straightaway. You see it up ahead of him. Right there, Thompson is sideways, kind of at the top left of your screen. And then right here, there'll be a 75 trucks parked in the middle of the track and nowhere for Solms to go. He missed front end damage, but he got the inside wall there, and that'll do her.
Heard it blow, heard the engine blow right there. But, man, you saw what happened. You're coming off of that turn, and, I mean, yeah, it's a wide, these turns are pretty wide, so you can kind of see, but, man, that truck just snuck up on him and just nothing he could do. Nowhere to go.
Joseph Chiazzi is the race leader here, and, well, he did not make his trip down to pit lane. Very, very confused.
Yeah, everybody behind him came in, and he did not. So this is going to hurt Causey quite a bit. Being up in the race lead now, he's going to fall to the back of these lead lap cars. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he's thinking, oh, well, we're only 40 laps in. Maybe we'll keep going. Nobody will come in. And then everybody faked him out and came in behind him.
I can't imagine that nobody else, was coming in. Also, Adam Gardner came down to pit lane as well. I'd imagine Gardner was maybe trying to get lap led. I don't know why everybody else came down to pit lane. There's a lot of people who came down to pit lane that time around. Maybe it's a strategy goal. Maybe it's going to be close on fuel.
Well, it possibly could be. So I'm not exactly sure these trucks, just looking at the laps remaining, I mean, it's going to be very close either way. But, yeah, it could very well be a strategy call for fuel mileage in these trucks right now. But we see these guys kind of turning them off. So
I think it is. Here's why. We're on lap 42 of 170. Let's say we go green on like 44. That's going to be 126 laps left in this race. Split that in half, that's, what, 63 laps? I think these trucks can go about 60, 61, 62 laps on fuel. And I think that's what it's going to come out to be. Who can make a one stop from here to the end?
Yeah, for sure. And one of the guys that we know can pull these crazy strategies was involved in that first wreck, Jeremiah Stutzman. So unfortunately for him, we're not going to get to see, some of that strategy calls from him, so to speak. He's normally the guy who would be the one to do it, but Joseph Causey going to throw his hat in the ring, see if he can save that. We do see a lot of these trucks kind of coasting there, under pacing. So Bothwell, Markle, pretty much all the guys up front trying to coast this thing and see if they can save enough doing the strategy that they have.
You saw the choose count in effect there, the choose point, if you will. Auto driver selecting what lane they will start in. Brad Bothwell elected the inside lane, and they are double wide here on the back straightaway. There's still a lap vehicle here to Randall Barnett that has not either been cycled forward or cycled to the back of the field. And I'd imagine race control is working hard to get this sorted out. Randall Barnett cannot restart there, and they might have to add a lap here, or Barnett may just have to pull over here. I don't think that they're going to allow the field to restart like this. I'm sure Bothwell would be complaining about this at the moment.
Yeah, he's right in front of him, and he is not going around. Oh, he's going around the pace car now.
And they've added a lap as a result. So race control, something to miss right there. I guess didn't account for Randall Barnett not getting waved around the pace vehicle there. They maybe had to do it manually. And, another lap under the caution period. Real quick, while we have a moment, there's a lot of DNFs in this race thus far. Remember, the field started at 34 trucks. Well, there was a big wreck on the opening lap of this race. That has changed the way this race has gone. John Mustaine is one of the recent drivers of DNF out of the race, but we'll go bottom to top. Andrew Schroeder DNF'd out of that lap 1 into the 47 truck. James Gilliard as well with Joshua Balliette. Max Service took a leave a few laps later, 9 laps into the race, along with Landon Lacey. Seth Berger tried to get to lap 11, decided it was not going to be his day. Seth Fitzpatrick made it 12 laps, did not get much farther. Cody Vreeland made it 21 laps before calling it a day. Randall Barnett, he's still on the track down in 2060, is 16 laps down. Daniel Park on the track, 10 laps down in 25th. Doug Solms, he just blew the engine there. He will most likely not be returning to competition, or at least competitive competition, for the rest of this race. He's now 24, 5 laps down. Andrew Pratt is out of the race and done for the night. 23rd, 4 laps down. John Mustaine again has just called it a night. 1 lap down in 22nd. That being said, Daniel Park, Randall Barnett trying to make up some spots, but that means there's 23 running trucks, 19 on the lead lap, 21 that are, I believe, some sort of competitive. So we'll see how it all goes on here. Stage 2 will be awarded at the completion of lap 77. The field back into the hands of pole sitter Brad Bothwell, and we are back to racing from Charlotte. Into turn 3, Brad Bothwell, Tyler Markle, Greg Holt, the top 3. Tyler Markle, actually, I don't think he restarted second, so he took that spot away from Greg Holt right off the bat.
Yeah, he came out of the pit second, but he chose to stay on the inside lane behind Brad Bothwell and not go up to the outside lane, normally where second place would start. With the choose rule, chose the inside lane, and that seems to work for him so far, and he's right up there with the leader. I mean, he's putting some pressure on Bothwell.
Back here, Setzer clears Miz. How about Setzer and Miz, 5th and 6th, respectively, for the 5 and the 24. Julio Villalobos there in 7th. He'll power right on by and stay now ahead of Jesse Adams. Villalobos trying to make easy work of Miz and Setzer. Setzer and Miz trying not to let that happen.
Yeah, Miz trying to snap into the top 5. A little Slim Jim joke for you. But yeah, he's had a good run. We haven't mentioned him. He's kind of snuck his way, all the way up here, vying for the top 5 position from that 5 truck of Matthew Setzer. The 45 truck, though, quietly been having such a good race. He has a bad turn 4 there, falls off the pace, or is we under caution? Are they slowing down?
We do have a caution on the speedway, and Farinelium has a lot of rear end damage. Last truck on the lead lap, I'd imagine. This, he might be at the center of some incident here. So we'll get a feel of slowing down to caution pace. We'll get a replay here and see what happened. Oh no, and well, when you put a fast truck at the back of the field, sometimes it's a little hard to gauge the closing rate between yourself and a slower vehicle. Farinelium, unfortunately, that slower vehicle, if it's earlier damage, Joseph Kazi, to be quite honest, just kind of ran him over.
It looks like he tried to do a bump draft maneuver like you do at a super speedway, and it didn't work too well for either one of them. So that's gonna impede Causey's night a little bit more with a quick caution here. These guys could come down top off the field real quick and have no problem cutting this thing in half the rest of the way. So his strategy is out the window, and not only that, he's going to get the EOL for the cause caution. So, yeah, this is a compounding night for the guy who won stage 1.
And we may see yet another change at the top of the points innings as a result. And Kazi again, and he was trying to line up square. I mean, I don't know. It's just hard to tell. He was going so fast. He didn't lift. I mean, he just got through the corner so much better than Elam. And
yeah, and I'm not sure he knew how damaged Elam's truck was from that first incident, and just gauged the closing speed wrong. And we have a mixed bag here. Tyler Markle jumps down the pit road, and most everybody else is staying out.
Well, I think everybody thinks they can make that number by saving fuel. Other drivers don't like to gamble. Will want to just grab that fuel for sure. Kazi, of course, getting EOL'd. He'll be down here. We have Adam Gardner on the pit lane. Looks like Joshua Land Fox, Jeremiah Stutzman, Tyler Markle. Stutzman is not on the pit lane, but a lot of people grabbing gas and go. Devin Smith staying on the pit lane a little bit longer.
Yep, getting the gas and go. And, oh, sorry for the hiccups there, but Causey getting some damage repaired. It looks like couple of these guys also getting damage repair. Devin Smith we're looking at now. And then, yeah, these other guys, those stayed out. So, I mean, this is going to be interesting. I don't hear a lot of engines fired right now in that backstretch. So these guys are saving fuel, trying to make it.
Well, last week we attempted to get an interview with this driver, so we'll go ahead and just bring him on up right now. Driver number 65, Kyle Lingerfeld. Tried to get you last week, Kyle, but glad you're up here in the top 3 this week. Right now in the middle of stage 2. I'm imagining fuel strategy is a huge concern for the whole field, but what's going on here?
Yeah, glad not to be hiding from you this week, and a shout out to Marco for allowing me to go up in the 3rd here. So far it's been fun. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully get a lot more long runs here. Jeez, I can't talk. Sorry. And this truck is really fast. Gotta thank Reaper Speed Lab and Randall Fox for what he does for me. And yeah, hopefully we can do something here at the end. Right now, I've just been riding around mostly and just saving tire.
Right, you're in the thick of the playoff battle. I mean, you're in the playoffs right now by a little bit of a margin, but you're in the thick of drivers in terms of seating. Right now, 6th in the standings. You're about 25 back of Berger, but right behind you is very tight. Max Service was 2 points back coming into today's race behind you. What's going through your mind these final 3 races as you try to prepare for a playoff run here? How can you seed yourself the best, and how can you execute that plan?
Just got to play consistent and got to play clean. Right now, those are 2 key factors for me, and that's how I made my playoff run last season, and we're doing that whole mentality this season. Some races it's paid off, other races we've had a lot of unfortunate luck. So I think I've had a lot of speed this season. Just got to stay consistent, stay clean, so that's what we're focusing on.
Tonight is declared as Throwback Week 4 of the league. Beautiful green Quaker State truck for you tonight here. Kyle, what can you tell us about the livery? Why'd you choose it, and what's it mean to you?
So I don't remember which year this is, but this is a Jack Sprague throwback championship truck, Quicker State, and my favorite color is this color green. So for me, it was a very simple choice. Got to go with the color you love.
Right, it looks like you're gonna get your choices here for what lane you're gonna restart in. You'll come across the line. Outside lane, you'll be starting theoretically second. How confident do you feel with that choice?
Pretty good. I feel like our tires have a couple runs on them, so I'm not sure they're going to be as loose as they were when they were fresh. So hopefully a little bit of heat in them, we can make this outside work and get up front.
All right, Kyle. Well, we're gonna let you go here, but before we do, we're gonna give you the floor here to shout out. Who we got to shout out? Thank you. We're gonna thank for getting you to run week in and week out.
I got to thank Adam for running this league. You guys up top are broadcasting it. Everyone watching at home. Got to thank Raging Cajun for the great livery. Randall Falks at Speed Shot or Reaper Speed Lab. Sorry. This is a great setup, and all my teammates at DHR. I think we can have a great run today. We just got to stay clean and consistent.
Right on. Well, Kyle Lingerfeld, driver, starting outside front row for a restart here. Looks like 25 laps left in the stage. I'll check my math in a second here. But best of luck to you, driver. Hopefully we'll talk to you a little later on.
Agreed. Have fun and happy birthday, Emerson.
Thank you. Driver of the number 65, Kyle Lingerfeld. Again, to the outside of Brad Boffo. Boffo he's been up here for a lot of the starts and restarts tonight. The pole sitter doing a phenomenal job at keeping the track position, but will the fuel strategy play out? The iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane, the field back into the hands of that 31 that's not green this week, and we are back to green at Charlotte. Saw a little bit of 3 wide in the heart of the pack. Greg Holt, who's vying for the point lead now, looking to take the race lead away from Brad Bothwell. Remember, Joseph Kazi won stage 1. Greg Holt trying to tie him up in that regard. Hot on the tailgate is Greg Holt. Villalobos has now solidified himself in 4th, and Lingerfeld's line up the track may allow potential podium spot here.
Yeah, some big battles going on here up at the front. Villalobos trying to get himself on the podium. This will be one of his best runs in the Outlaws Sim Series so far if he can make that happen. But behind him, Jason Mism, that Slim Trim truck, he is up here now in the top 5. He is looking to get to that podium spot as well. But all 5 of our leaders here nose to tail very close.
Daytona winner Jason Mish trying to see if he can make it into the playoffs via 12 starts on the regular season. Drives it deep into 3 and 4 there. Lingerfeld hugging the blue line. Villalobos trying to get the run, trying to figure out where he's going. He peeks to the outside, Villalobos does, trying to take the podium. Remember, these two, they got into it at Pocono. Lingerfeld took a heavy hit as a result, and Benjamin Park goes fastest.
Yeah, Ben Park's on a mission now ever since that issue that sent him to the back with that cause caution rule. He's trying to catch this this train of trucks here up at the front. He is all the way back up to 7th. Tyler Markle, the first one of those guys who pitted, he's up to 9th. So these guys, you know, who kind of fell back on the pit stop strategies and over earlier issues, are making their way back to the front pretty quickly.
How about that beautiful X-side machine here for Matt Rogers on the high side. And oh, Lingerfeld to the bottom side of the racetrack, way up front here. Is he trying to go for Greg Holt here? Did he get just loose off the corner? Very shallow line in the 3, but Villalobos is not there to capitalize, and caution on the speedway.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the... Oh, there it is. Oh, and that's a good... That's a nice looking paint scheme that kind of got beat up there.
gonna try to figure out what happened here on the replay and see how it all unfolded. Not entirely sure what went on here. Oh, here we go on the front straightaway. Fair Neelam pounds the inside wall, contact with Jeremy C. Poole. Going to be honest, I don't think that should have been a yellow, but again,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
no
not-
active race controller tonight. Race controllers on the racetrack. This is kind of on the honor system tonight, and I believe that's what was ruled a yellow.
Yeah, and oh man, that's both trucks look pretty damaged there. Farron's truck is all kinds of damaged.
Right, and when I say I don't know if it should have been yellow, I'm just basing it off of the rules normally week in, week out. Yes, there was 2 trucks that made contact, Jeremy C. Poole, but I mean, they're both going at it a lap down. Jeremy C. Poole,
He just lost control of the truck. It looks like he was fighting at that whole turn 3 and 4 and just never really got control over it. Farron went to the inside and just unfortunate he's there. And Jeremy just turned right into him there. So, but yeah, it looked like Jeremy C. Poole was just fighting that truck the whole time there.
I'm gonna be honest, another week, another caution from the 32 truck. When will this end? When will this get sorted out here?
Yeah, you can kind of get yourself into a spell with these things where it just always seems to be you, and you try to get yourself out of it, and what ends up happening is you push too hard, play it too careful, which can happen, and you end up being the cause of even more things. But yeah, you just got to get back to what got you here, what got you to the level that you know that you're capable of, and just run that line, run that speed, and you'll break yourself out of it. But yeah, that 32 truck's not having some good weeks here. Marco going to come back down pit road.
Well, I was just about to pluck him for an interview because of the spot he was in. He was the leading driver who hadn't come down to pit lane. Now, Julio Villalobos is the only driver. I'm sorry, the leading driver who did come down to pit lane. Now, Julio Villalobos is the only driver to stay out as Bothwell makes his way into the pit lane. Kevin Thompson stayed out with Matthew Setzer, Greg Holt, Kyle Lingerfeld, Adam Gardner, Jason Miz, Benjamin Park, Kazi, Jesse Adams, Joshua Lane Fox, Jeremiah Stutzman. Just confused on the drivers that came down the pit lane. Tyler Markle, again, a driver who won last week at Dover, recently won another league race here at Charlotte. A lot going for Tyler Markle, who snapped the 46 race winless streak last Wednesday night at the Dover International Speedway. And again, what a great moment for Tyler to get his first victory of the season, his first victory since week 1 of last season. I think is another point to say that's a long time. I mean, that was over a year ago, to put it bluntly, and he was able to get it done.
Yeah, and it's good for him. Like I said, he's starting to get hot at the right time, just being consistently up at the front, getting his win last week at Dover, and then looked in good position this week. Pretty sure that was a strategy call to come in on the second lap there, but it's an interesting strategy call, but we'll see how it plays out for him.
Kevin Thompson comes in.
Thompson, yeah, a couple guys jumping back down again, so this has to be some type of fuel strategy, another fuel strategy. It looks like Markle's back down pit road. So he coming to top off again.
Man, I'm a math brain. I love strategy in numbers, the way it plays out in racing. But I gotta know what is going through these drivers' minds. What is the math behind the madness at the moment? Because it is, it's quite the sight. We've seen. I mean, we've had a slew of yellows. I'm trying to see now what's the strategy here that we're trying to pull off. I'd imagine this is going to be a fairly easy one stop for everybody if we go green to the end anyway, or maybe it isn't.
It might not possibly be, but what that's going to end up doing is cycling Julio Villalobos to the lead right now. So a place that he hasn't really been in this series yet, and now he gets to be the point man as they come back to green here.
Absolutely. And again, Julio Villalobos running the livery inspired off of Julio Villalobos Sr. Again, running in the NASCAR Peak Mexico Series a few years ago. I'm very, excited when I get to see Villalobos on the track, just because his livery is every week is unique because he runs that number on the quarter panel like they do in the NASCAR Peak Mexico Series. And now throwing back to Julio Villalobos Sr. is another great thing. But he'll lead the field to the green here at Charlotte. Matthew Setzer takes over the race lead from Julio Villalobos. Coming around this time, it'll be 15 laps in stage number 2. Villalobos now trying to find his way by Kyle Lingerfeld while trying to defend himself from Greg Holt.
Yeah, Greg Holt wanting to get by these guys quickly. He kind of started on the outside there and wanted to get to the lead, was not able to do so. Instead, it's Matthew Setzer who gets to the lead. Julio Villalobos having kind of a late start. It looks like almost he didn't start on that restart. So fortunately, he's going to slide back to 4th now and try and slot in behind Greg Holt. Still putting a little pressure on him to get by, but another driver who's had some problems early in this race, Joseph Causey, has made his way back up to 6th. He's looking to join this tandem and put his name in the hat for getting back up to the front.
Well, if you want to know that restart, I don't know what the actual logistics were, with Villalobos when he won and when he didn't, compared to Setzer. But what I do know is Matthew Setzer had his teammate Kyle Lingerfeld behind him, and Lingerfeld was shoving from the restart zone until about out of turn 2. Benjamin Park will go fastest again, and Lingerfeld tried to take the lead from his teammate Matthew Setzer. Thought Lingerfeld was going to try to block for Matthew Setzer. Now it looks like Lingerfeld's trying to take the lead away from Matthew Setzer. Here comes Greg Holt.
Yeah, that move allows Greg Holt to put his nose in there trying to get to 2nd place under Matthew Setzer. I know Causey makes a pass on his teammate Jason Miz. Now he's looking to the inside of Villalobos. This battle for the lead is really starting to heat up as they get into turn 1.
Down into 1 they go. Kyle Lingerfeld now holds off a massive group of hungry drivers on a grab bag of tire strategy. Villalobos trying to power by Greg Holt with the push down the back straightaway with Matthew Setzer. Here comes Ben Park around the outside.
Ben Park, big run through 3 and 4. He's going to be to the outside of Joseph Causey. Not able to clear him, though, and also not able to clear Jason Miz, as Miz is fighting back on the inside. However, Ben Park's going to be on the outside of turn 2. It should give him another big run down the backstretch. It does. He is able to clear that spot now and take over, and now he has his sights up on the 88.
Causey and Holt, the battle for the regular season championship. And teammates going at it for the 4th position. Benjamin Park doesn't want any of that. He wants to go for wins. I don't think he's even eligible for a playoff run. Benjamin Park is just here to get the best results he can week in and week out to continue to improve his craft. And he's trying to power by the 2-point leaders right now.
He gets outside of the 88.
Oh, into the wall! It's the 23!
That kills all the momentum, all those positions. He had made up such great progress. And he's going to be able to get it back in control, but he's going to have some work to do. Now he's under attack from Jesse Adams in that T-Rex car right behind him. But, man, there's still 2x2 here for 2nd and 3rd and 4th and 5th. And a big slide by Matthew Setzer.
Setzer now slides out to the inside of Villalobos. Now Holt wasn't there, able to take advantage of it because he's under attack from both his teammates. One side is Joseph Causey, the other side was peeking Jason Miz. Setzer slides back to Greg Holt. This time by will be 8 laps to go in stage 1. Kyle Lingerfeld drives away.
Lingerfeld driving away, and this battle for 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th place, 7th and 8th place there too. It is 2x2 by 2, but they're going to have to settle it out quick here. There's a lap car on the outside.
Lapped vehicle Kevin Thompson yields on the high side, and the pack is all sorts of queued up. Lingerfeld even losing a little bit of his advantage. Julio Villalobos closes the gap with Greg Holt hot on his tailgate. 7 laps to go in stage 2.
Yep, 7 laps to go. Matthew Setzer tries to drive it into turn 2. He's going to have to check up the middle turn. Now Causey looks underneath of him and gets to the apron. He's a little slidey as they come off the turn. But, oh, man, they were close to making contact down the backstretch. Now Greg Holt looks to put his nose down in second.
He misses the bottom of the track there. He went up the track. Villalobos trying to keep the power down on the high side. Greg Holt looking to get the advantage now down into 1. If he can settle his truck down in there on the bottom side.
Yeah, aggressive move by that 3 truck trying to power through, though. He is looking to be clear now. Is he clear when they come off? He is. He slides up in front of Julio Villalobos. Now Joseph Causey looks to the inside of Julio Villalobos.
Kyle Lingerfeld trying to fend off an entire hungry crowd of drivers trying to take a stage victory away from him. 5 laps to go, and Lingerfeld's got to go against one of the series best. The series best in terms of race wins, Greg Holt, who's got 9 Outlaws Sim Series victories across the span of the 2 seasons ran so far. Greg Holt with the power run down the back straightaway, side by side into turn 3. Lingerfeld has nothing he can do but keep the foot down on the high side, but Holt is clear.
Lingerfeld looks like he's going to try and do the over-under. He gets underneath of Greg Holt as they come off of 4. This is going to be another battle. He keeps it up, doing the over-under move. You don't see that a lot anymore. And he's able to kind of make it work. He has the nose in front, but clips the apron as they get into 1. Greg Holt's going to have the preferred line as they come off of turn 2.
Don't look too soon. Stage 1 winner, Joseph Causey. He wants in on this mix as well. Lingerfeld takes a shallow line into turn 3. Holt a little sideways to the center of 3 and 4. They're going to meet out of turn 4, still side by side.
They are close together.
Oh, contact! Lingerfeld sideways.
Oh, that was not good there. It looks like Greg Holt was pushing him down, and Lingerfeld's like, I'm not being pushed anymore, and then they come together. Lingerfeld's truck is hurt bad. He is falling way back down the order.
That one's got to hurt there, and then his teammate took him through wide all the way under the blue line as well. That's really got to sting, and that was her stage victory. But we're not done yet. Greg Holt trying to drive away from teammate Joseph Causey with 2 laps to go in stage 2. This essentially to continue the battle for the points lead.
Yeah, this is the battle. Causey won stage 1. Now Greg Holt looking to win stage 2. Causey saying, nope, I don't want that to happen. I kind of want those points. I want this regular season championship win. So he is up there, but right now, Performance Sim Sports 1, 2, and 3.
It is very, very pleasant to see Jason Miz have another great run to back up his Daytona win for a podium run right now here at Charlotte. Coming down the back straightaway for the final time, it is Performance Sim Sport 1, 2, and 3. It's going to be an absolute dogfight down the running order into turns 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 2. Causey trying to find the advantage she can through the center of the corner. Holt's sideways, but it won't matter. Greg Holt will win stage 2. Point leader Joseph Causey hot in pursuit. Jason Miz third. Jesse Adams fourth. Kyle Lingerfeld fifth. Looks like Setzer over Bothwell, Villalobos, Richardson, and Benjamin Park. We'll have to get a complete. We'll have to get a check there to see if Richardson and Villalobos swapped positions there. But I don't believe so. Now we're getting swaps here. This is Setzer on Bothwell for 6, and Bothwell will clear Setzer.
Yeah, Bothwell trying to get himself back up to the front after making some late pit stops there to make sure he is perfectly good on gas, is what I can imagine these guys are doing. Julio Villalobos had some trouble. He's sliding back. He was up in the top 5. Now he's all the way back to 9th, and he's under fire from, well, actually he's trying to put Brandon Richardson under fire and take back that 8th place. And Ben Park, who got the wall earlier, he makes a move to the outside. He's trying to get to that 9th place around Richardson.
Ben Park right up to the tailgate of Villalobos, trying to cut up underneath the 45 truck. Brandon Richardson in his Miller Genuine Draft number 29 on the bottom side. Villalobos on the Villalobos livery on the top side. Ben Park and the Harry Gant right behind. This is all going on. 8th, 9th, and 10th. Ben Park has gone fast his last 2 restarts. He's trying to hold on to that fastest lap. He continues on to try to push Brandon Richardson by Villalobos. Can't do so. A little bit of contact and some sparks behind. Still side by side for the 8th position. We come around this time by. Will be 90 laps to go in the race.
These guys are racing so hard right now. And because they're racing so hard, they're kind of losing touch with the guys in front of them. You can see them up there in the distance starting to pull away. But, man, these Performance Sim Sports trucks, they've kind of got it on the rails. Carsey looking for the lead.
I was going to say, speaking of the guys in front of him, we got a battle for the top spot. Joseph Causey trying to take the lead away from his teammate Greg Holt. Greg Holt, again, with 9 wins in his Outlaws Sim Series career. Joseph Causey with 7. That means there is 16 wins amongst these 2 drivers on your screen. 17 if you count Jason Miz right behind. And trying to change that. Looks like one of them wants to get either their 10th or their 8th win tonight. And they're going to go at it side by side to settle it here. 88 laps to go this time by the start finish.
Yeah, Greg Holt putting up a defense on that outside line, not letting Joseph Causey get the runs that he needs to get off of the turns. And that is keeping Greg Holt in front for now. But if these guys aren't careful, then their own teammate Jason Miz might sneak up on them and get his nose into this battle. He's right now got a great run through 1 and 2. He might look to the inside here as they go down into 3 and 4.
He's licking his chops. Causey was right up on the tailgate of Holt. I think because their teammates are not going to be as aggressive. But you got to think, Jason Miz, he's got 1 win on the season in his Outlaw Sim Series career. It's at Daytona. Doesn't even know if he's going to make the playoffs based on the amount of starts he's made this season. I don't think he just wants to leave this season with a Daytona win. I think he wants a little bit more. And his 2 teammates are right now a roadblock in front of him. Holt, Causey side by side for the lead. Miz doesn't have nowhere to go. Doesn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, he has nowhere to go. Joseph Causey now, based on Miz, slides up in 3 and 4. A little dirty air on the nose. He's going to lose some times, but this battle for the lead, they're still side by side. These teammates don't want to let each other get in front of them. They know that clean air is king here. If you get behind a truck with dirty air, it could only upset the front.
Contact! Holt's in the wall! Here comes Miz to the bottom side! Jason Miz is going to take the lead!
Teammates make contact off of 2. We were saying it. Greg Holt had been pinching guys for a while now. And that time, Joseph Causey did not yield, and Greg Holt pays the price. Big damage to the right side of that truck, and he is dropping back the order. But Jason Miz is now the race leader, and he started to pull away too with the damage to Causey. Lingerfeld has already gotten by Causey.
Greg Holt limping around the racetrack. Kyle Lingerfeld and Joseph Causey do battle. Causey's truck doesn't look as damaged. It doesn't really look damaged at that, but I think the momentum shift to Lingerfeld's favor as Causey had to lift off the throttle has caused this battle. And what this is going to do is this is going to allow Jason Miz to open up a gap.
Yeah, it is. Jason Miz starting to get away. Kyle Lingerfeld, though, he's kind of doing the same thing. Causey hits the apron, slides up
Miz
again.
is sideways!
Miz is sideways. Oh, my goodness. What is going on at the front now?
Lingerfeld sideways. They're all sideways.
You would think this would be like 5 laps to go right now, the way these guys are driving up here at the front. Lingerfeld does look like he's finally going to get clear of Causey. And now he has his sights set on Miz, who's having his own problems up at the front leading this thing.
How about Jesse Adams? Again, he's outside the cut line trying to make his way into the playoffs. You know how you get rid of any of that worry about points? Win. Jesse Adams right now in 4th position, trying to see if he can get his first Outlaw Sim Series career victory, only being on the service for about 4 months.
Yeah, he is. I mean, we talked to him before the race. You heard what he was going to do. He was going to sit back and let the wrecks happen in front of him, get around him, and then go for it once it starts to thin out. Well, that thin out time's happened, and he is up at the front. He started in the back up at the front now. He is executing his race plan to perfection at this moment.
And Greg Holt has officially left the session. Greg Holt will no longer compete in tonight's event. The damage too critical to his competitive evening, and he decided to park it. And that might just seal the regular season title for Joseph Kazi.
Yeah, barring any other damage to the 88 truck, I mean, that pretty much could do it with a good finish here for Joseph Kazi. Just some amazing racing up at the front, and guys pinching guys. Like I said, it looked like it was only like 5 laps to go there, and these guys racing that hard, and we're only on lap like 85, lap 91 now, or is that lap 90? Sorry, it is lap 91. Lap 91 now, and I mean, there's almost half a race to go, and these guys were battling that hard.
Some great stuff. We'll find ourselves back with this battle again. Matt Rogers, Tyler Markle, they were battling before the last couple of cautions came out. They're going at it again. Tyler Markle inside the top 10 now over Matt Rogers. Rogers trying to get himself back in that top 10. That number 96. That is a beautiful X-Side machine.
I always like that X-Side machine too. It's one of those that you just don't think about, and then you see it and you're like, oh man, that was a good looking car. So yeah, he's running that X-Side machine. Throw it back to what was that? I believe it was Jeff Burton that used to run that scheme. So back to Jeff Burton there in the I believe it's the 99 car, and then right in front of him, Tyler Markle and Kyle Petty throwback. The so-called lovingly dubbed paint can right behind them. That 24 throwback to the Rainbow Warrior and the John Mustaine there. Man, just such great paint schemes through the years of NASCAR and all 3 series, the Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup series. But Kazi's not going away from Lingerfeld. He's right on the back bumper now.
I'm going to see who we haven't really given love to paint scheme. Whoa, well, we got a battle for second right now. It's Kazi on Lingerfeld once again.
Yeah, Kazi's kind of gathered his truck back up, make sure that everything's
really
good.
Shallow.
He's gonna hit
what is going on?
Both of them hit the apron. Both of them slide up. Kazi almost collects the wall. Lingerfeld's going to be slow off of the turn. I'm not sure what happened there, but both of them clipped the apron.
That looked very weird. Joseph Kazi had a shallow line into the corner, and Kyle Lingerfeld looks sideways. He's sideways again. He's sideways again. He's sideways again. Jason Miz is cutting the grass.
What is happening at the front of this series? That's going to put Jesse Adams on the podium right now. He's driven all the way up to 3rd place and looking for more. I mean, with all the guys in front of him, just craziness driving right now. Jesse Adams finds himself on the podium.
Jesse Adams trying to see what he can do, and you know what? Once you light up the rear tires once, it takes forever to get them cool again. So if Jesse Adams has kept his tires happy, he might have something of Miz and Kazi if they get sideways again.
Yeah, and I mean, Kazi's starting to catch on Miz. We'll have to see what happens when he gets there. He is a little bit faster at this point, but Jesse Adams hanging right there with him. He's not really losing a whole lot of speed that time he did, but for the most part, he's not losing a lot of time to these guys. And once they get side by side, it could bring him right into the picture. Oh, Bothwell. Is he diving into the pits?
Looks like Bothwell is coming down to pit lane. He's coming down to pit speed in that number 31 machine. The only driver to do so far. Jason is now under heavy attack from teammate Joseph Kazi.
That's a severe early undercut if I've ever seen one. I mean,
Lingerfeld sideways again.
Oh my gosh. But that is, we're towards the part where you can, well, actually, no, we're not. I'm not sure what Bothwell's doing there, unless he's trying to think maybe these guys can't stretch it with how they're racing. So maybe I'll come down, get that fuel, and make sure that I am safe. But Kazi to the race lead. Relatively easy pass there on Jason Miz. Didn't put up too much of a fight. Let his faster teammate go by. And Kyle Lingerfeld back to third. He has made his way back to the podium position, get around Jesse Adams. And Adam Gardner's in.
Well, they run 100% fuel in this league, so I'm a little confused. What's going on here? What's this fuel window looking like? Because we're only 40 laps into the run. Unless everybody's saying tires are just too bad to continue on.
Well, with the way these leaders have been lighting them up, I'm surprised they're not coming in. I mean, we've seen Lingerfeld completely sideways in turn 4. We've seen Causey sideways, both of them hitting the apron, sliding up to the wall. Just, I mean, sliding these tires all around this track. The only ones who have kind of been pretty consistent on their tires have been, was it Jason Miz? Well, not Jason Miz. He's been sliding through the grass. Jesse Adams, though, I mean, we haven't seen a whole lot out of him. So maybe he is just kind of saving, saying, hey, if these guys have done what they've done, maybe they can't make it on tires, and I can. So I'm going to stretch this thing. Maybe that is my play to win this race.
Well, you know what? If you're making the 2-stop, how much time do you gain if the rest of your competition is sliding around the racetrack, losing maybe a second, 2 seconds a lap? I mean, that's huge, right? Like, you know, and then per slide, that's going to add another, you know, element into the time you gain back. So maybe, just maybe, drivers trying to 2-stop it to the end, factoring in, hopefully, that their competition is just sliding around.
Well, just looking at where Bothwell came out, he came out about a lap and a half behind the 31 truck, or sorry, behind the leader. He is now already only a straightaway behind, and it's only been his outlap. He is gaining seconds
Here comes Jason
on these
Miz.
guys. I think Jason Miz saw what was happening with that 31. He's going to jump down.
He's not really bringing anyone with him, though. Jason Miz, kind of a lonely man down the pit lane. Let's see if he does pull anyone with. Nobody this lap.
I tell you what, though, Bothwell's going to hit some traffic here. He's got some lead lap cars. Markle, Brandon Richardson, Ben Park, and Matthew Setzer in front of him. That's going to slow him down just a bit. And we'll have to see where that 24 comes out in relation to the 31. 24 has... Oh, Causey's in now.
Leader's in. Joseph Causey is in the pit lane, and
yeah,
also a lonely man on the pit lane.
Yeah, Bothwell is coming around the 24. Bothwell, who was not up there, he was like about a second and a half behind the leader. He is in front of the 24 now.
But, you know, what goes up must come down. Now Jason Miz is going to have the tire advantage on Bothwell once he gets up to speed. And he may be able to chase down Bothwell once again. We'll have to see what happens. Oh, Setzer right up the track in front of Bothwell. As race leader Kyle Lingerfeld is in the pit lane, and he'll bring in Benjamin Park. Try not to speed. He does not. He makes it to pit speed.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where Causey is in relation to the 31. The 31 goes around him now. Causey just coming off of pit road. So when we cycle out, the 31 looks to be the one on in the lead here when they cycle around doing that undercut there. Jesse Adams, though, he's up front leading this thing.
And he's kept his tires pretty happy. Matthew Setzer, he's coming down to pit road speed right now. This time I mean, there's 65 to go.
Yeah, there's 65 to go this next time around. Not much longer, and you might be able to make it. So maybe, you know, Jesse, like I said, he was saving his stuff. Maybe thinking, hey, I can make this thing. So we'll see what happens this time around. He looks like he's staying out. So, hey, if this might be his play, like I mentioned, like he might be saying, hey, I've saved my stuff. I haven't been sliding this truck around. I know I can make it on one stop. That's what I'm going to do. And it looks to be the bed that he has made.
Jesse Adams currently has a 6.2 second advantage. Still out on the racetrack. He's probably going to run this thing dry to see what he can do strategy-wise. And he's going pretty slow through the center of the corner compared to his competition. It is pretty gnarly what he's doing right here. This is a battle for position. You're trying to see if one of these drivers is on fresh tires. They're both on fresh tires. Mickey actually powers by Villalobos here. Sorry, the other way around. Villalobos powers by Mickey for the 10th position. It's still Bothwell with a 3.2 second advantage over Joseph Causey.
Yeah, Bothwell is back on the lead lap. He has passed the 55 truck. Causey getting to him now, and then Jason Miz would be the next one. So these guys trying to get their laps back. So it does look like the 55 truck is made his bed. He continues to go around 63 laps to go. I would say probably lap with 60 laps to go. That's kind of going to be the magic number to make it comfortably the rest of the way, barring any green white checkers. But the way this field is spread out right now, I don't see many of these incidents happening. But there was some crazy driving at the front before. So when these guys when this accordion starts to come back together, when these tires start to even out and get back together, who knows what could happen.
I just want to say, what a wild race it's been this time around. Last season, last season the Charlotte Oval race was in the playoffs. It was also a 200 lap race, 200 mile race. But Joshua Land Fox has come down the pit lane. He's in the pit box, and nobody else is on the pit lane with him right now. Just Adam Smith's lead. But last season, what was it? Last season it was Jeremiah Stutzman who was leading that race, and he was gonna make the next round of playoffs pretty easily, even if he didn't win, even finished second. Then he made contact with a lap vehicle off of turn 2. He got stuck on the inside wall. This playoff competition. Here comes Jesse Adams, who are the pit lane from the race lead. This should cycle out to Tyler Markle in the race lead, and it will.
Tyler Markle going to go a couple more laps here, try and have fresher tires than the 55 when they come around.
That was an awkward pit box entry.
Yeah. Yeah, Tyler Markle now inherits the race lead. The 96 comes down. He's going to get some tires and fuel. I think these guys can make it to the end. So Markle's kind of stuck up on the outside line. He's trying to get slowed down, let some guys by. I think he's going to come this time. No, he stays out.
Tyler stays out, but Brandon Richardson comes on in, and he wrecks on the pit entry.
Oh, that hurts the 29's chances. He could have made it to the end. Was kind of sitting pretty with that one stop and just not able to get it slowed down in a straight line, and spends it getting into pit road. I'm sure he's going to have to take that damage. That truck's going to be hurt if just a little bit here. Now we're going to see the race leader, Tyler Markle, come in.
Tyler Markle is on the pit box. I'm sorry, on the pit lane here. And he's giving up the race lead, most certainly, to Brad Bothwell and company. It comes down to the race between Bothwell, Causey, Miz, Lingerfeld, and if they can make it to the end.
Yeah, if they can make it to the end. These guys, though, who just came out are going to have some really fresh tires, some really fast laps out of them. Looks like Causey has almost caught Bothwell, and that is for the race lead. These guys have inherited the race lead. 42 truck is coming off pit road now. He might actually go a lap down for this, so it's going to be very close when he comes off of the backstretch there.
All right, but you also got to think he's going to have about 20 lap fresher tires at that point as well. At that point, it will be 17 lap fresher tires to Brad Bothwell. And we will see.
He'll scamper away. It'll be all right.
Absolutely. And we carry on. It's now Brad Bothwell under attack from Joseph Causey to pass for the race lead.
Yeah, Bothwell, a bad turn 3 and 4, and that's going to hand the lead over to Causey. Causey on a lot younger tires than Bothwell. Bothwell, the first one to come down pit road, and is already starting to struggle on those tires. Causey, though, trying to save his stuff like he normally does. He inherits the race lead. Jason Miz a little bit further back, so man, a better pit stop for Causey than his teammate that time around. And he is the race leader, but I think that these guys are going to have to pit at least one more time, maybe a gas and go quickly here at the end.
Real quick here, Adam Gardner, Ben Park going at it, and up the track. Ben trying not to run over league owner Adam Gardner. Here comes the 69 of John Mickey in the Folgers car.
Yeah, I don't know if Adam meant to do a slide job there, but he definitely gave a slide job to Ben Park. Park had to get completely out of the throttle to avoid hitting and making contact with Adam Gardner. And Park, though, gets a good run in. There's a car who just came off the pit road in front of him.
95 of Devin Smith on the bottom side. It's going to get real tight.
Oh, tight as they come off the turn. Now they're 3 wide going through, and it does look like he's going to give room, but that really hurts Ben Park as he goes through the grass a bit there on the tri-oval, or the quad oval, sorry. And he's going to lose that spot to John Mickey.
Adam Gardner goes to 7th. John Mickey goes to 8th. And as they start to duel it out, they'll try to figure it out, and I think they'll get it sorted out here soon. Here comes Ben Park to the inside of John Mickey. This time by will be... But they're coming around now. That's only 53 to go. Next time by the start-finish line. With 52 to go for this group of drivers. Ben Park tries to get right back by John Mickey.
Yeah, Park going to try one more time to get around Adam Gardner. Stays on the inside as they come down the back straightaway. And he is to the door as they get into turns 3 and 4. This time it looks like he's going to clear him before the middle of the turn. Ben Park's going to slide up in front of Adam Gardner as they come off.
And now Gardner under attack from Mickey. Mickey has 6 lap older tires than Adam Gardner as well. Very intriguing what's going on in this battle in terms of tire life. On the outside, Gardner tries to hold it. Down the inside is Sean Mickey. Go at it side by side. This is for the 8th position.
Yeah, Adam Gardner is able to hold that position now, running that high lane, getting the runs off of the turns. Again, as we come to the start finish, he is going to be side by side with John Mickey. Mickey looking to make it this time as they get into 1 and 2. Drives it in, and Adam Gardner's in the wall.
Adam Gardner was inside the top 10. A stellar run for the league owner who sits on the sidelines most of the season to run this show. He'll find himself in the outside safer barrier. He's still in 9th, and they're still trying to hold on to that spot, but that's got to be a heartbreaker. He was battling for 7th, and he was very, very competitive in that battle as well.
Yeah, the right side of that truck looks pretty damaged, and not sure he's going to hold up too much longer from that. He's got the guys with the freshest tires behind him, Jesse Adams and Tyler Markle. They're catching quite rapidly. So I assume that they're going to be right up on his tail very shortly. We're looking at Kyle Lingerfeld now, though. He's trying to catch up to Jason Miz and Brad Bothwell, only about a second behind these guys as they come off of turn 2. He can see him right there in front, and he's catching him quite a bit here.
Yeah, we're still waiting a lot of this to play out, and that being said, we're going to let a little bit of all this play out. We're going to step aside real quick. Joseph Causey, your current race leader here at Charlotte, the World 410. Continue on lap 123 of 110. Don't you go anywhere. We won't go anywhere as well. We're going to go side by side. We'll be back on the far side.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of 2 products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Welcome back to the Charlotte Motor Speedway. You saw it there on the side-by-side. Ben Park goes around on the front straightaway, and the caution is out. The 23 of Benjamin Park having a great run, making his return to the Outlaws Sim Series after a little bit of a hiatus, trying to get better at the sim. He goes around on the front straightaway and brings out another yellow tonight.
Yeah, and Markle's closing speed on Park was rapid, and just they ended up in the same spot coming off of 4. Like I said, it narrows up there, and there's kind of only one good exit off of turn 4. You can't run side by side, but when you're catching somebody that quick off of 4, it's really hard to, to avoid hitting them. And we see here there's Jesse Adams getting around, and then Tyler Markle's going to come here really quick through turn 4. Park on those older tires, Adams and Markle on that other strategy, trying the one stop. Oh, Park out the wall. That's what slowed him up.
Park caught the wall, nowhere for Tyler Markle to go, and oh man, that's a scary thing. Good thing the field was spread out because of the pit cycle, but I mean, spinning across the infield, turf, if you will, it's not even grass anymore. You feel turf, and not knowing if you're going to hit anybody has got to be a pretty helpless feeling. We're right on board here with Tyler Markle. See Ben pops the wall. For Tyler to go, he lifted.
He tried to get out of it, let him recover the truck, just nowhere to go, and the closing rate way too fast.
Yeah, I mean, all I can think of is maybe just old tires for Ben. We'll ride on board and see what Ben was dealing with.
Yeah, definitely old tires. And also, he's just thinking that, he's going to give that inside lane up, and then it's tight, on those old tires. And he doesn't hit anything else, not a whole lot of damage for Park. So he should be able to gather himself up.
Man.
Oh, wow, Mustang comes flying through there. But he should be able to gather himself up and get this truck back repaired enough to be competitive again. He's had a fast truck all night, just been in kind of the wrong place at the wrong times, and everybody's down on pit road getting service right now.
And away, Kazi will lead the brigade off the pit lane. It'll be Bothwell, Miz, Lingerfelt. Looks like it'll be Setzer, Markle, Villalobos, and Jesse Adams. Adam Garner and company.
Yeah. And I know Markle and Adams did not want that caution to happen. Probably a reason Markle did everything he could to try and stay off of him, just nowhere to go. So he ran right in the back. But those are the two guys who did not want a caution. They're trying that one-stop strategy. Everybody else had to pit again, and they did not. So they were going to make everybody try and catch them. And unfortunately, yeah, they kind of got bit on that one. It backfires a bit, and they get stuck not too far back. I mean, they're only in the 6th and 8th place, or am I reading it right? No, it's 8th and 10th.
Well,
but actually it's going to cycle around, so I think everything is still being calculated, but yeah.
I want to talk to the man himself, last week's winner, driver of the number 42, Tyler Markle, involved in an incident here on a strategy that was looking very promising for you. Tyler, before we get into the incident, how confident were you on your strategy before that yellow?
I was just talking about that with them. I was like, I probably should have just stayed up there when I originally did the strategy. So, probably should have stayed up in second when I was up there. The truck's fast. But now I accidentally hit Ben after he hit the wall.
I'd imagine that it's going to get you an EOL here right now in 9th. What's the game plan to work your way through the field in the final 40 laps?
I start 9th and 10th, or 10th and 11th. That's all that's on the lead lap. Um, I'm just hoping for top 7 if I can get up there.
Well, we were hoping for a little bit more. Your strategy was looking very promising. Your strategy was also looking like it was going to put you in a prime position to try to go for a potential back-to-back victory. I know you won at Charlotte a couple weeks ago in another league. You won Dover, of course, last week. But the run of momentum you were on, especially, I mean, this time around, I know it's only assumption here, but what you were able to do to put yourself in a position to potentially go at it. How are you feeling here as you get to the final couple races and as you get ready to make a playoff run?
You guys gotta go by me. I think I can get up to the front. We need a couple more yellows probably. I'm not really sure, but hopefully that'll happen. Did we choose last? I don't know. I can't choose anyways.
But what I was asking is, coupled with tonight, the run you were gonna have, and I mean, there's no chance to improve upon that, along with Gateway in Iowa. How do you feel about setting yourself up for a playoff run?
I think I'll be fine. I got the win, so I'm locked in technically. Gateway, Iowa. I just hope to do well there. I know I'm not really good at those two.
All right, Tyler. Well, we're gonna give you the floor here to shout out who we're gonna shout out. Thank you. We're gonna thank for giving you a chance to compete each and every week.
Thanks to the team with the setups that we get every week, and good luck to everybody else in the race. And happy birthday, Emerson.
I appreciate it, Tyler. Thank you very much. We're gonna leave you to it. Hopefully, we're talking to you a little bit later on, Tyler.
Thank you.
Driver of the number 42, Tyler Markle, last week's winner, compounded here late in the going at Charlotte. The strategies from all out the window. Joseph Causey, Jason Miz, the front two, fresh tires, 40 laps to go, 39 when we go green. Devin, it's an all-out shootout to the finish.
Yep, this is it right here. No more pit stops involved. It's who has the best stuff for these 40 laps remaining. Pace car is off. Emerson, it's your call.
The field in the hands of point leader Joseph Causey. We are back to racing from NASCAR's home track. How about Joseph Causey opening up that advantage in the restart from what looked to be the 5th caution of the day. Car slow on the bottom side of the racetrack. Jason Miz sideways through the corner, dropping like a rock down the running order. Through the paint goes Matt Rogers in that 96.
These guys are commenting on the thing. That was a save and a half.
Oh,
he
boy.
slides up and blocks Ben. Oh, that's not going to be happy for these guys. Jason Miz is all over the track. The truck is not handling right now, but we've got a battle for the lead. Brad Bothwell on the outside wants this thing.
Remember, if this is a slew of short runs, Bothwell has a great short run truck. But also remember, Joseph Causey took the lead away from Brad Bothwell 32 laps into the race, and we have about a 39 lap stint to the end. This could be intriguing. If Bothwell even clears Causey here, takes the lead early, can Bothwell hold off Joseph Causey the rest of the way?
Bothwell flips positions. He gets to the inside now. He is cleared Causey. He's in the race lead. Causey falls back just a little bit, trying to keep that clean air on the nose, maybe save these tires, knowing they have quite a few laps to go, and maybe I can come back at him at the end of the race. Meanwhile, Julio Villalobos is back up into 4th position, looking to get around Kyle Lingerfeld. Lingerfeld worked his way back up to 3rd. We're starting to see the guys who've been up the front most of the time of this race, who fell back a little bit there. They're starting to make their way back to the front.
Villalobos sideways out of 4, but trying to get the run on Lingerfeld side by side to the quad oval. And remember, these two got into it at Pocono. Neither one of them, or Lingerfeld was definitely not happy with the contact that happened at Pocono that theoretically ended Lingerfeld's night. Now they go at it side by side for a podium position, and Villalobos nearly cuts Lingerfeld off. Lingerfeld tries to poke his way to the outside, but he can't get there. pushing the 45 into the corner, trying to see if he can get him a little loose to the center of the corner. Villalobos sails it on in there, and he'll hold steady in third.
They all
Battle
get
for the lead
really
again.
close to that wall. Causey must have had a way better exit out of 4. Either that or the 31 truck got a little loose, and the 88 easily takes the race lead back from the 31. I'm sure these guys behind him, though, would probably want them to battle a little bit more to pull those 2 leaders back to them. Tyler Markle's making his way back up front. He is in the 6th place. He's looking to crack the top 5 from Matthew Setzer here. He is right on the back bumper as Kyle Lingerfeld is on the back bumper of Julio Villalobos as well. Gives him a bump as they get into turn 1.
Again, Lingerfeld not going to give Villalobos any space. Remember, Tyler Merkel got EOL'd. He started at the back of the field. He had to pick his way through the damaged trucks. And now he's to the inside of Matthew Setzer for potentially 5th. Setzer holds strong on the outside in that white number 5.
Yeah, right now early in the run, these outside lines still being prominent. It's a good lane to run. So, yeah, he's able to really put up a good fight. Setzer, though, catches the apron off of 2. That's going to give Tyler Markle the run as they come in the backstretch. Markle looks to the inside through 3 and 4. He is going to be alongside. He is there. He sells it in, trying to get clear as they get to the center of the turn. Not clear yet. He is now clear as they come off of turn 4. He is up into the top 5.
He forces his way clear by Matthew Setzer. 5th place right now for the 42 of Tyler Markle, last week's winner. Trying to see if he can go back-to-back. Julio Villalobos playing brilliant defense on Kyle Lingerfeld in that number 65 as Brad Bothwell closes up back again to the tailgate of Joseph Causey.
We've got battles all over this track. We've had the whole night. These guys, when you think they're going to get strung out, they just pull themselves back together. And this has made for some amazing racing up front. It has been so tight between these top, like the top 6 or 7 have all been right on top of each other the whole night. And it's only going to pick up the intensity as we're coming to 30 to go, or sorry, we are on 30 to go, and we're coming to 29 to go this time by.
Joseph Causey holding off Brad Bothwell. Villalobos nearly catches the wall there. You see all of these battles going on behind race leader Joseph Causey, and again, not able to pull away. He's just right there in front of Brad Bothwell, not able to really extend that gap, not really able to give himself a cushion to be able to relax and try to save tires. He might have to be pushing this whole time if he's going to hold on to the lead.
And I think that's one of Bothwell's strategies, try and push Causey into a mistake, push Causey to use his tires more than he wants to, and maybe find an opening here as this race closes down. Man, it's just so close between these guys right now. One little mistake, one little clip of the apron, one wrong line taken through the turns, and you could be finding yourself falling back quite a ways.
Speaking about falling back quite a ways, we just have a battle for position for last car in the lead lap. Brandon Richardson clears Joshua Land Fox, and even they're having a intense battle back here. Jeremiah Stutzman 1 lap down there in 14th.
Yeah, Stutzman putting himself into that battle. Land Fox having a little bit of trouble with his truck, not able to have the speed that he wants. He is falling back now, and he is the last car on the lead lap. But, yeah, there are battles all over this track right now.
Back here, Jesse Adams trying to power his way past teammate Matthew Setzer in the 5 and trying to see what he can do. Adam Gardner there behind. Ooh, falling off a little ways, trying to see if maybe he can save some tires and reel these guys back in later on in the run. But there's only 25 laps to go. Now Causey's starting to open up a little bit of an advantage to Brad Bothwell. Villalobos trying to close that gap on Bothwell. Here comes Kyle Lingerfeld following Villalobos up to the 31.
And Kyle Lingerfeld kind of settling in behind Julio Villalobos at this moment. Maybe he can push Villalobos up to the 31 car and have them battle it out and then take advantage of them battling it by maybe pulling his own move to get around both of them. He is going to look to the inside here, though. Villalobos going to slam the door on him, though. through the center of the turn as they come off of turn 2, maintains that third place position, but they are still gaining on Bothwell.
Villalobos, Lingerfeld has kind of given up the fight for now, and he's allowing Villalobos to tow him forward. He's kind of, agreed to disagree, put his differences aside for the moment, work with Villalobos to see he can see if he can gain a spot or two. He's now pushing Villalobos through the corner.
Yeah, a little bump in the turn there. Villalobos hit the apron, but Lingerfeld doesn't take advantage, doesn't force the issue anymore, lays off of him now as they get into 3 and 4. They lost a little bit of ground doing that to Brad Bothwell. They're going to have to work to get it back. And yeah, I think Lingerfeld's maybe starting to get a little impatient here. He thinks he has a race-winning truck.
Wow.
And Villalobos is really slamming the door on him now.
What a drive to the center corner there for Kyle Lingerfeld, trying to put this battle away while behind, trying to see if he can find a way. And Lingerfeld clips the apron, but he's trying to get the truck hooked up out of 4. He's got a great run with that.
Yeah, lap truck, though, however, is going to prevent him from getting to the outside. He steps to, for the moment, has to settle in behind Villalobos again. Again, they're almost touching through turns 1 and 2. They are looking like a draft, like a super speedway race.
The lap truck! Lingerfeld nearly gets into the back of his teammate Dan Park.
I'm not sure Lingerfeld knew why. He maybe thought that Villalobos got loose off a 2, tried to take advantage, and then realized what was going on. So that was almost disastrous for the 65 truck.
All this happens as Joseph Causey opens his advantage on Brad Bothwell. The battle for third is tight as ever. Villalobos, the Mexican, trying to fend off the driver out of Horseheads, New York, Kyle Lingerfeld.
This is the biggest battle on the track right now as we are coming to 20 to go this time by. Kyle Lingerfeld giving his all, trying to get in front of Julio Villalobos. See if he can have time to catch these guys in front of him. I know he thinks he has the truck to do it, but every single time he has a run getting into turn 1, Julio Villalobos slams the door in the center of the turn, and Lingerfeld is not able to keep up with him off of the turn. And now when they get into turns 3 and 4, they kind of run very similar lines. So he's not really getting a huge advantage there. This time he tries to stay a little lower off of turn 4, see if he can pick up momentum that way. But if they're not careful, before long, that 42 truck is going to be in the picture, battling for this podium position as well.
A lot of the guys up here wanting some podium score momentum. Villalobos trying to get some runs in his favor this season. Lingerfeld trying to get a playoff momentum burst in his direction. Tyler Markle going to see if he can make maybe a championship bid to play out in his direction. All of this and more is going on behind Brad Bothwell, who's trying to see if he can get more poles. Or next week he'll be trying to go 50% on poles on the season. Next week he'll be trying for his 7th pole in 14 races. Right now he's 6 poles to 13, and another slam of the door through the center of the corner for Villalobos. And Lingerfeld. Lingerfeld was trying to get his way by on the inside. He's really getting that truck hooked up through the center of the corner. Villalobos does a great job out just holding on, holding station, doing exactly what he has to do to hold on to a podium spot. This time by will be 17 laps to go.
And how much more patience is Lingerfeld going to show now with 17 to go? Getting closer in this race. You see Lingerfeld hooks his truck up so well in the insides. We're looking back from Brad Bothwell. You can see he hooks that truck up on the blue line so well, but he's not able to keep the momentum up coming down the backstretch. Villalobos puts his truck right in the path of Lingerfeld when they come off of the turn. Lingerfeld not able to take advantage just of yet. Tyler Markle now has caught those 3. It's now a 3-way battle for the final podium spot.
A Mexican, a New Yorker, and a Michigander now go toe-to-toe for the final spot on the podium. Both of them hit the apron.
Yeah, and here's the 42 truck. He's going to have a big run on these guys as they come down the backstretch. Will he poke out of line? He takes a look, and he's is not going to be able to get there, I don't think. Lingerfeld just enough on the outside to stay in front of the 42,
man, but
the
it was
42 has
close.
another run.
Tyler trying to
It
get
is
to the
close.
inside of his teammate, while Lingerfeld trying to find a way past Villalobos.
And that's one thing. I mean, these two are teammates. They have to be talking in the Discord together, letting each other know what's going on. I imagine that Markle's saying, get a move on, and Lingerfeld saying, I have nowhere to go. And so just, you got to wonder, we're 15 to go, coming to 14 to go this time by. How much longer is it going to be before Lingerfeld might have to move Villalobos out of the way and put the little bit more bumper? Lingerfeld catches the apron that time, able to hold on to it, but Tyler Markle's got a big run off of 2.
Markle to the inside, all the way to the bottom side of racetrack. He won't be able to get side by side to 3, or maybe he'll set it on into the corner. Markle gets hooked up on the bottom side. He slides up. Lingerfeld now struggling in the dirty air. Villalobos opens up a quarter-second advantage.
Yeah, that one little mistake there by Lingerfeld has cost him a quarter of a second. You can see just any little mistake at this point is so costly. Lingerfeld hits the apron again. He's sideways.
And he might have used the stuff up trying to get by Julio Villalobos. Here comes Tyler Markle, the Michigander, searching to go back-to-back wins on the season, or at least back-to-back podiums, trying to clear in front of Kyle Lingerfeld. He'll clear in front of Lingerfeld. Now he sets the sights on Julio Villalobos, who holds that final podium spot. This time by 12 laps to go.
Yeah, and this might not be the worst thing for Lingerfeld. I mean, he's still pretty fast through turn 1, right on the back of his teammate Tyler Markle. But maybe he thinks that Tyler Markle can set up Julio a little bit better if they can get there, and then maybe both of them can get by, and then they can have a team battle out for 3rd place, as the 88 and the 31 have quite scampered away from these 3 and look to be in full control of their positions, Causey in 1st and Bothwell in 2nd.
Absolutely, I would absolutely agree. Maybe Tyler Markle will find a way around Villalobos a little bit faster, or set him up a little differently. Maybe Villalobos doesn't have the equipment to defend at this stage of the race, and also Tyler Markle. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think he just doesn't care as much as Kyle Lingerfeld would, and he might stick the nose to the tailgate there.
Quite possibly. He's seen what Villalobos has done to his teammates so far, how he runs the line through 1 and 2.
And he's sideways.
Villalobos.
But so's Tyler.
Oh, and that's going to allow Lingerfeld to get to the outside of his teammate, but Markle also has a run on Villalobos.
Oh, Villalobos goes defensive on Tyler. Lingerfeld trying to get the crossover on both of them. Tyler sideways and slow, and when he gets tagged by his teammate.
And that's going to he's also still slow down the street. Jesse Adams is going to get by Tyler Markle now. Lingerfeld back behind. Villalobos. Both of them got loose again. They're starting to lose that rear end of the tire, or the rear end tires. And this is going to make it so interesting. Now Bothwell has caught Causey.
Bothwell trying to take the lead away. 8 laps to go. Brad Bothwell has yet to win this season. He has 6 poles on the season. Not a win to show for it. Will that change tonight? 8 laps to go from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Bothwell has saved this stuff. He's kept himself in contention with Joseph Causey here in the late stages at Charlotte. Joseph, has he used this stuff up a little too much to try to hold off for a race lead?
Yeah, we haven't been watching these two until just now, so we're not really sure. We know that Bothwell was putting plenty of pressure on the 88 earlier in this final run, and that may have made the 88 use a little more tire than he wanted to. Well, Bothwell was kind of just, staying with him to put a little pressure on, but not really using his stuff. He moves up to the outside through 2. Causey goes to block on the outside, that middle lane of 2. Bothwell a little sideways as they come off of 2. This is getting interesting. And Kyle Lingerfeld has made the pass on Julio Villalobos, and Villalobos looks really loose.
I bet he got hit there in the center of the corner. Here comes Jesse Adams for 4th, and maybe a podium on his teammate. Joseph Causey's opened up a gap once again on Brad Bothwell. We'll see if Bothwell has what it takes to close that gap right back up throughout the course of the rest of the lap. Now 6 laps to go, and Lingerfeld on par for a podium if he can fend off teammate Jesse Adams.
Yeah, Jesse's coming. Again, a quiet night for Jesse. He said he was going to stay in the back, or qualify in the back, and then miss all of the early wrecks, which did happen, like he said it would. And he was able to do that, stay right, keep his truck clean and be there at the end. He is there, and he's looking to get that podium off of his teammate. But man, this battle for the lead, though, if it gets a little more feisty, I mean, these guys could be in contention to pull off an upset win here.
Brad Bothwell has not been able to reclose the gap. It's now 0.3 of a second, but try as he might this time by, will be 4 laps to go. He's got to find a way to catch that gap back up so he can just try to find a way to see if he has a chance on Kazi. Now he's really closing up is Brad Bothwell.
Yeah, Bothwell knows. I mean, it's only 4 to go now. He's got to make his move at some point. He is letting it all hang out. The rear end of the truck almost coming around on him there. And yeah, he is starting to catch Kazi now. He's going to put his truck there, see what he can do, see if he can get his first win of this season. I mean, this is the truck to do, or times to do it. You've had all these pulls. Go get you some here, Brad Bothwell.
3 laps to go. From the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Joseph Kazi has not felt this much pressure for a race when he's sideways. Here comes Bothwell.
That little mistake by Kazi is going to allow Bothwell to get to the outside. Bothwell looks to the inside. He's going to put the bumper to Kazi. Kazi sideways through 3 and 4, but Bothwell had to check up as well. Neither one of them going to get the advantage, but Bothwell gets a better exit now. Kazi still blocking. Bothwell to the outside. He's going to be close to being on the tail of Kazi as they get into 1. He's going to have the outside lane, possibly the run down the back stretch if he can keep that truck lined up. He is there. He's on the outside of Kazi. This is for the race week. Kyle Lingerfeld is starting to catch these guys now.
Lingerfeld only 0.6 of a second back. Bothwell to the outside as Kazi still tries to get the lead back. This time, Bio will be coming around to the white flag presented by Tucson Sound Art. 1.5 miles to go. Half a second is the gap between Bothwell and Lingerfeld. On the lead, on the white flag presented by Tucson Sound Art.
What a pass by Brad Bothwell on the second time, the penultimate turn of 3 and 4. Now he has made it through 1 and 2, down the backstretch for the final time into 3 and 4.
Brad Bothwell pulling away. Kazi trying to hold on for second. Pole winner and no win, no more. Brad Bothwell is an Outlaws Sim Series victor here at Charlotte.
What a drive for Brad Bothwell, an up and down night for him. He was pulling off some interesting pit strategies and was able to make it work in the end. And some extracurriculars going on behind these guys here, coming off of turn 1 there. You can kind of see it in the background. But, yeah, so what a drive from that 31 machine. He is now an Outlaw Sim Series winner.
Well deserved for Brad Bothwell. I was skeptical on that final run if he was going to be able to stick with Joseph Kazi the entire 39 laps. We saw him get overtaken in 32 laps and driven away from. And you know what? He changed from that first stint. He learned from that first stint. He kept with Joseph Kazi, but didn't abuse his stuff. And that's the reason why Brad Bothwell is here at the start-finish line a lap after doing burnouts as the race winner.
Trying to straight line burnout down the quad over here, loops it in as it gets to the end of the quad oval. And let's see if he's going to do some donuts now. Celebrate, Brad Bothwell. Congratulations. You are an Outlaw Sim Series winner.
And again, it was 5 poles on the season and no wins to show for it. His 6th pole on the season will get him a victory tonight at Charlotte. And throwback weekend, throwing it back to Alan Kowicki with the Polish victory lap.
I was about to say it. I was about to say it, throwing it back to Alan Kowicki's Polish victory lap. something that he only did for a long time. And some other guys made it, did their own versions, but Kawicki was the first one to bring it to NASCAR, and that's it for the celebrations. Oh man, I'm sure Brad Buffalo is ecstatic right now.
Absolutely, and as he should be. It was a phenomenal job at that to hold on and get the job done tonight here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. But with that being said, we'll be right back with post-race coverage here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Outlaws Sim Series. Gunman trucks had their 13th round of 22 tonight here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Brad Bothwell gets the victory. Joseph Causey, hard-fought battle. Kyle Lingerfeld had a chance at the win there, maybe at the end as well. We'll get post-race reactions from all of them and more on the far side of this break.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway out here in Concord, North Carolina. Again, Emerson Arden with Devin Zimmerman, Vincent Cortez bringing you coverage. Now, post-race coverage of the Outlaws Sim Series, round number 13 to 22 from the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. And we get to talk to now the driver that has gone pole 6 times in a row and finally has a win to show for it in a stunning last few lap turn of events. Brad Bothwell, an Outlaw Sim Series winner, and more. With that, Brad, 6 poles in the season. Were you getting a little worried there that you weren't going to be able to get a win done with him?
I thought if I had a good chance, it was going to be this setup. When we came here for the official, we had a couple wins with the setup, so I knew it was fast, and I didn't even touch nothing. I mean, I didn't have to work on it at all this week, which was a good thing.
Well, you love to hear it. The first stint of the race, you lose stage 1 by Joseph Causey overtaking you 2 laps before the stage ended. Was that where you learned what, potentially you would have to do on this now 39 lap stint at the end of the race?
No, he was definitely better in the long run. He just cracked the wall, and that's how I was able to, get around him. I mean, him and Greg were fast. I don't know what happened to Greg. I mean, he was fast there for a minute. I think he might have.
Looks like you're having a little bit of connectivity issues there with
Hello?
Yep. All right, we got you, Brad. All right, so you get the win here tonight at Charlotte. Again, you had the great momentum with qualifying, 6 poles in the season. Now you have the win. You're locked into the playoffs. You can kind of focus now. You can get through Gateway in Iowa, but I can focus on attempting to make a championship bid. Have you even thought about that yet?
My concern was just trying to get in on points, and now that I do got the win, it locks me in. But I don't know. I still want to work on sit-ups each week with my teammates and go from there.
Right on. Well,
now I got to get James a win.
Right on. And James Gilliard again was a great story last season. Of course, I know he was injured. He couldn't make the playoffs, but he was gonna make the playoffs surely, or he was in the thick of it. And this season, he's come back even stronger. But the team dynamic there with B&G Motorsports, what's that been like? It looks like you and James have been fast pretty much week in, week out in qualifying.
Yeah, we do a lot of testing. He helps me when I'm the primary builder, but he does a lot of my runs and everything, and then Jeremy too. Jeremy hasn't had a great season. I like to build our setups a little looser, and he's having a hard time driving them. So I don't know. I owe a lot of credit to James for putting many laps, a lot of testing.
Right on. Well, Brad, again, winner here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to thank for getting the job done tonight, especially in that phenomenal last lap battle there with Joseph Causey?
I'd like to thank my team for everything they do with me and everything, and I'd like to thank Adam. Any sponsors, I'd like to thank all those. You guys do a great job broadcasting, and hope to see you in Victory Lane again.
Absolutely. We hope to be talking to you a little bit more throughout the season, Brad. Congratulations on your first Outlaws Sim Series victory. A huge milestone. Now you're over that hump. Looks like they might be coming in bunches from now on. We'll see what happens. Best luck to your driver in your final 12 races on the season. Final 9 races on the season.
Thank you.
Driver of the number 31, Brad Bothwell. First career Outlaws Sim Series victory. Had 6 poles this season thus far, and I can't believe it took him this long to get the win, but he broke through in stellar fashion in 54 laps, and of course overtaking the point leader, one of the series best, in Joseph Causey. On the other side of that would be Joseph Causey. Looks like he has declined an interview tonight with us, so we'll move right on along with the driver who had a great view of the last run to the end there with Kyle Lingerfeld and Devin standing by.
Yep, we'll be standing by with Mr. Kyle Lingerfeld taking home 3rd place tonight. Kyle, how did that, you almost was able to get Causey there for a second, but kind of walk us through those last few laps there.
First, I got to apologize to Markle. I think I net coded him in 3. He was loose in front of me, and I was already just right there, and there was not enough space for me to check up, so he got loose and ended up losing a couple positions. And then been running hard with Julio. He dumped me a couple weeks ago at Pocono, so I have not given him any room and don't plan on to. So he was slow in front of me, and he blocked me high, blocked me low, blocked me high. So finally I put the bumper to him and went by, and he tried to spin me into the outside wall off of 2, but we were able to keep going and drive by him. And then from there we were trying to chase down Kazi and Brad. They were having an epic battle that I was trying to watch while being ran hard, but it was a lot of fun tonight. End up with 3rd place finish is pretty disappointing. I felt like I had a first place truck, honestly. Had an incident with Greg in stage 2, him just running into me. Just more bad luck, as I spoke about earlier, but we're gonna get him one of these times.
Yeah, I'm sure that, I mean, that 65 truck looked bad fast there for quite a while. And you mentioned the contact with Greg Holt there, and just wanted to talk about that. It looked like I mean, you guys were racing really hard there for a while. I mean, just kind of walk us through that incident there. That kind of seemed like it kind of put you on the back foot, lost quite a bit of spots, fell back, had to work your way back up to the front from there. From our viewpoint, we can't really speculate on what was going on, but just very hard racing. But kind of walk us through from what you saw and your vantage point.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun racing Greg, and I've had a great time racing Greg this season. I think this is just one of those moments in tight hard racing. It's going to happen. I don't know. I thought I was far enough down, and it felt like he came down into my door, and it almost spun me to the inside. And then trying to get back up to speed, I caught the apron, trying to stay off of trucks that were in the groove, and yeah, that pretty much eliminated me out of the race. And Kazi and Miz were able just to control it from there.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, so much speed in the truck, you make your way all the way back up. I think you were what 8th after that incident, and back up to 3rd. I mean, with the help of that final caution, of course. But I mean, did were you excited to see that final caution, saying, "Hey, I might got a shot again," or what was going through your head of that caution there?
See, that's tough to say because at that point in time, when the yellow came out, I had just caught Brad and Miz to pass them for 3rd and 2nd. So looking back, would I have taken 2nd over 3rd? Probably, considering I had 5th in both stages. Not a great run for how much speed we had today, but on the Gateway.
Yeah, sometimes it just falls that way, and not much you can do about it when the cars fall the way they do. But I mean, for considering what's happened this season with that 65 truck and the speed that you've shown, and the results haven't always been there. But tonight you get a podium position, and it's nice to see you on the podium. It's good to talk to you after the race. Feels like you're always there, but we just never get to. So. It's a pleasure to talk to you after the race finally, and like you said, on to Gateway, man. Keep the momentum going for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's pretty great to survive the final 15 laps without getting put in the wall. So I appreciate it. It's great talking to you guys. I got to give a huge shout out to Reaper Speed Lab. They've been hooking me up every week these last few weeks, and they've just been killing it. Honestly, I've had a lot of misfortune and messed up my own stuff a lot. So we're gonna fully get it collected here one of these weeks, and when we do, we're gonna pop off.
That sounds great. I can't wait to see it. Again, congratulations on the podium 3rd place finish, and we'll see you at Gateway.
Thank you. You guys have a great week.
Right on, and that was driver of the number 65, Kyle Lingerfeld. And now we're going to bring in his teammate who was able to come home with a 4th place finish, Jesse Adams. You started 33rd tonight. And you ended up in 4th. Maybe felt you like you maybe could have gotten more out of that. How did you find your way through the field?
I don't know if you guys caught it, but I avoided that lap 1 major pileup. Just like it was super close. I felt bad for Josh. He got collected in it. My other teammates, I just snaked my way through that. Got so lucky there. And then there was another wreck. I think I was around the 20s then. And that also scared me, and I made it through those. Then I gotta thank my teammate Tyler for teaching us when in doubt, go in and get some fuel. So I kind of went off his strategy, followed him in, got fuel only, and then we had a shorter green flag run, came in, got tires, and then from there, that's how I got caught up with I think I restarted like 8th around there. Then next thing you know, I'm running in the like 6th spot, top 5. And I had the freshest tires, so I finished P4. And I think Causey also had fresh tires too. But P4 in stage 2, that was just incredible for me. That's a lot of points that can definitely help. And from there, yeah, I led a couple laps. And I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what to do with my strategy at that point, so I just led a couple laps and then I pitted and I took it easy in pit road. Only practiced going to pit road under green a couple of times in practice, so was just playing it safe and made my way through the field. You know, fresh tires helped a lot there, and then the caution came out, and that's what really helped me. At the end, I think I was going to be a top 10 car for sure. But man, it was an exciting night, and I don't know, you guys might be my good luck charm. One interview before the race, and then first top 5 in the league tonight. So
That's your first
exciting
top
stuff.
5.
Yep.
That is phenomenal stuff, Jesse Adams. Congratulations to you on that. Again, with a 4th place finish, and maybe there was more out of that truck. We saw in the middle portion of that race when it was your teammate Cal Lingerfeld closing up, and then Jason Miz and Joseph Causey going at it. They're sliding all over the place, all over the road. Mm-hmm. Your truck is planted, not even sliding. You looked so composed amongst the field of the veterans around you. What was that? Were you just taking it easy, or were you just that confident in the balance of your truck?
Man, I'm diagnosed with anxiety, so when I saw like all this happening, my heart was racing. Oh my god, my hands were sweating so bad. So I just started doing some deep breathing, and I just focused on hitting my marks. And once Kyle got by Julio, and I saw and I was in 4th, I was like, granted, if something happened, I'm in a great spot. Kyle was in a great spot too if something happened between 1st and 2nd. Kind of hoping something would, but you never know. Yeah, and I just was being careful with saving tires. That's just what I'm learning. And a lot of people, you know, seem to use theirs up right away. And yeah, so man, if there was a couple more laps, I think it would have been between teammates. So you never know. But man, it was fun. And I hope it showed that like I'm learning, I'm trying, and I want to see that these guys see that, you know, I made my mistakes early in the season, but I feel I've come a long way from, you know, missing marks and hitting people, and yeah, it's whatever happens from the rest of the season. I said it earlier, it's already been more than I thought I'd be doing.
Well, it's been a phenomenal turnaround, Jesse Adams. I think this run, we'll see where the points shake up. Could still have you vying for a potential playoff spot in a couple weeks. Gateway, flat 1.25-mile track. Very difficult. What are you feeling heading into Gateway? 2 races left in the regular season.
Yeah, I've already, you know, not with any setup or not, but just to get more of a feel with the track, I've been thinking it's kind of like Martinsville with how flat it is. Also New Hampshire as well, and I've gotten top 10s there, you know, kind of lucked my way in, but also saved tires. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that one. I think I'll feel a little more confident about Iowa, but man, this is 5 top 10s in a row now, 6 on the season. So I'm just kind of riding a short little momentum wave when it matters. So we'll see what I can do next week. Knock on wood, hopefully keep it going, and yeah.
Absolutely, a great little spurt of momentum here for the 55 of Jesse Adams. Jesse, I guess you said it. Where your good luck charms. We interviewed you in practice. I don't think the confidence was all the way there in practice, but we certainly were feeling confident in you, which is why we picked you up to the previous interview, and you paid off with the 4th place finish tonight. A great run to the field. I think the 33rd to 4th is just as remarkable as going at it with some of these veterans. I mean, a lot to be proud of tonight, Jesse. Congratulations on the amazing run tonight. Before we let go here, we'll give it a chance here to get, once again, shout out who we got a shout out. Thank you, who we got to thank. for, again, the great run tonight at Charlotte.
Yeah, I gotta thank my wife again. She let me have Wednesday night to myself, so that's always fun. Guys, gotta shout out my Dark Horse racing teammates. Man, they've really helped me out a lot. Like I said, brand new to iRacing in general since June. It's only been a couple months. I used to race cars when I was younger, so I was hoping it would transition to help me, and it's somewhat helping me. Hi, Mama and Poppy, if you guys are still watching. Thanks for watching me still every week, and see if we can keep this momentum rolling. And I gotta thank my sponsors who aren't on the card this week. Chester County Kitchen and Bath, that's my dad's company, and my own boss, Steventown Real Estate Team. Anybody looking to buy a house or sell a house in PA, hit me up. And thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that broadcast. I look forward to replaying it tomorrow. And man, it was fun. So look forward to watching it on replay.
Absolutely, it was quite the spectacle tonight. Jesse Adams, 4th place finisher tonight, started 33rd, drove his way through the field, led 7 laps, all that good stuff, and he's only 4 months on iRacing. This guy, he's got a lot going for him. Congratulations, Jesse. Hopefully we'll talk to you a little bit more throughout the season, man.
Oh, for sure. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Driver of the number 55, Jesse Adams. What a great guy. I think this was a pick, you know, nail on the head pick in pre-race interviews. And I mean, what a great run for Jesse. Again, 4 months on the sim, going at it with some of the best. You know, 4 KI ratings in this field.
Yeah, Jesse, I mean, he called a shot too. He said he's going to not qualify. He's going to start at the back, miss the wrecks, and be there at the end. And I mean, I said it during the race a couple of times. I'll say it again. I mean, he executed that strategy to perfection. Missing the first big wreck. I mean, he said he weaved his way through it, got through that one, got through the other ones, and was there. I mean, he was there from pretty much the halfway point on. So, I mean, he called his shot to a T tonight.
Oh, let's see where the rest of the field ended up through all the mayhem that was the entire 170 lap affair, and it goes off with top of the chart at the top of the finishing results. Brad Bothwell taking the win away from Joseph Causey with 2 laps to go. Kyle Lingerfeld was hot in pursuit there in 3rd. Jesse Adams, best career Outlaws Sim Series finish there in 4th. And Julio Villalobos, a great run in that number 45 truck. Tyler Markle, last week's winner, will come home in 6th. Matthew Setzer, a pleasant run for the 5 truck. Adam Gardner, the league owner, comes off the bench, runs a little bit with his boys tonight. He'll come home in the 8th position. Benjamin Park there in 9th. Jason Miz, the Daytona winner, will come home in 10th.
Yep, and then 11th will be the 96 of Matt Rogers. 12th will be the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. 13th, the 29 of Brandon Richardson. This is where we're starting to get into the lap down cars. Joshua Landfox going to come home 14th. John Mustaine Jr. in 15th. Devin Smith in 16th, 7 laps down. And then we start getting to the guys who, again, just didn't have a great night. Dan Park involved in that lap 1 incident in 17th. He kept at it, was able to kind of come out in front of the guys who started to call it quits after they ran into troubles about midway to the beginning of the race. John Mickey, one of those. He comes home in 18th. Greg Holt in 19th. He was up at the front at one point, made contact with his teammate, Causey, and got in the wall. And after that, called it quits for the night. The damage just a little too much for him to be competitive. Aaron Elam Jr., he's going to come home in 20th.
Got a long page of heartbreakers. All these guys, triple-digit laps down. We kick it off with Kevin Thompson, 100 laps down. He'll come home 21st. Randall Barnett, 110 down in 22nd. Jeremy C. Poole, 113 laps down in 23rd. Eric Peck, 126 down in 4th. Andrew Pratt, 132 down in 25th, alongside Doug Solms there in 26th, the same amount of laps down. Cody Vreeland will come home 27th, 149 laps off the pace. Seth Fitzpatrick, 28th, 159 off the pace. Seth Berger, Landon Lacey, early exits as well. 160 laps for Berger, 162 laps down for Landon Lacey.
Yeah, and then to finish it out, Max Service, he's going to come home 162 laps down in 31st. Joshua Valiette 169 laps down in 32nd. James Gilliard, 169 laps down in 33rd. And then Andrew Schroeder, 170 laps down in 34th. These all were part of that lap 1 incident.
Lap 1 incident taking a lot of drivers out early in the running tonight. And again, speaking of earlier tonight, the Cars Esport Tour ran tonight at South Boston Speedway. Andrew Cardinale to 4th, Eric Brennan on the call, and Zach Lindgren ran the socials over in virtual South Boston. Sounded like it was a great show there. Joshua Balliet, again, he came over to run some laps tonight. Started the race, got involved in that lap 1 accident, but he has a 3rd place finish at South Boston to be happy about. But what's coming up here for the channel in the coming days? How about, well, tomorrow we're off, but Friday we'll catch up with the Midwest Sim Racing Association National Series. They're also at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, but they're going to open up that infield. The drivers are going to turn hard left off of that front straightaway and go through the infield road course known as the Charlotte Roval, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. You won't want to miss the Midwest Sim Racing Association National Series from the Charlotte Roval. Next Wednesday will be the Outlaws Sim Series standalone next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway. Again, the flat 1.25 mile long track. It's gonna be a fun one, very intriguing. Can't wait to see how these trucks go at it. I don't think I've called I think I called one race at Gateway. That was with Indy cars maybe last year. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what the challenge will be next Wednesday night. And of course, next Thursday night, the North American Racing League returns. Their second season kicks off next Thursday night, 9:15 p.m. Eastern at Autodromo Nacional Monza. Heading over to Italy, home of the Italian Grand Prix in Formula One, will be the host of round number 1 for the North American Racing League second season at Monza. You won't want to miss that. And Devin, what a slate of races. The Charlotte Roval, Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway, and Monza over the next, 9 days.
Yeah, it's a good slate of racing there. The Roval is, like you said, it's always an exciting race. So to see the MSRA guys there is going to be very fun. I'm sure they're going to put on a heck of a show. Worldwide Technology again with the flat tracks with these trucks. We went to one flat track, New Hampshire. There was a great race. All around, and it's going to be another great race for these guys there at Worldwide Technology. Then Monza, of course, the Temple of Speed is what it's called. So to see the North American Racing League go to Monza, again, that is going to be an amazing race. See how fast those cars go around there, speeding down that front straightaway will be a sight to behold. But yeah, some great slated cars there, and we're going to catch them all on these social media sites for Pit Stop TV. You can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/pitstoptv, and then on twitter.com at /pitstoptv_. Instagram.com is /pits_stop_TV, and then YouTube, of course, you can catch us there at all the live events at /c/pitstoptv1. And then, of course, you can feel free to check us out on Twitch, and Emerson has that one for you.
Yeah, the Outlaws Sim Series, we're not on the Twitch channel, but tonight the Cars Esport Tour was when they were at South Boston City, twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV, the Twitch. Make sure you check us out there as well. Beautiful segue, by the way, Devin, with the socials. We also have to give a huge shout out to the partners here at Pit Stop TV who make things go around, like that of Tucson Sound Art. Your picture, your music. Use promo code PitStopTV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted sound art device today. How about Pit Stop TV broadcast presented by Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine? You deserve the best care that money can buy. We're also presented by Whiplash Media, the official graphic and camera provider of Pit Stop TV, and by BAM Racing Videos, by a race fan for the racing community. Go ahead and check them out on Facebook. BAM Racing Videos, all the high-quality short-track racing content will be there. Devin, a great show tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pleasantly surprised with the result of racing we got tonight.
And for your birthday.
Yeah, it was it was quite the show. Again, I knew, when I saw it was landing on Wednesday, my God, that's probably going to be an Outlaws broadcast. And ended up going to be an Outlaws broadcast. A little skeptical with it being the Charlotte Oval, what kind of a show I was going to get. And man, these boys, they put on a great show for my birthday. I was glad to call such a great race tonight. I mean, a first-time winner, taking it with 2 laps to go. A great run for Jesse Adams. Great runs for a lot of drivers tonight. And all of that and more. A lot of drama. We had a big wreck. I mean, this race had it all.
It definitely did, and it's so nice to be able to call this race on your birthday with you. It's always a pleasure each and every week to see the Brad Bothwell come away with his first win after so many great qualifying performances is a great sight to behold. Also, congratulations to Joseph Causey on the second place. I know he wanted to take this one home, but Brad Bothwell was on a mission tonight and was able to get it done, learning from that first stint. And then, of course, with Kyle Lingerfelt taking home third place, one of his best finishes of the season, trying to get momentum into the playoffs. I think those 3 drivers definitely accomplished it. They're going to look forward to continue it at Worldwide Technology. It should be a good one.
Next Wednesday night, Worldwide Technology Raceway at Gateway hosts of round 14 of the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman trucks. And again, 2 races left in the regular season. You won't want to miss that. Of course, tomorrow night also we'll have Friday night, the Midwest Sim Racing Association's back in action with the Charlotte Roval, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. You won't want to miss that either. But that's going to do it from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're happy to have had you all here for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Brawl at Pit Stop TV. Devin Zimmerman alongside me on the call this evening, and Vincent Cortez rocking the social media coverage. I'm Emerson R., now a new 20-year-old to the world. Wishing you all a great night. You'll stay safe, you'll stay warm, because it's starting to get cool. It's October, it's fall. And we'll see y'all either on Friday night for the Midwest Sim Racing Association, next Wednesday night for the Outlaws Sim Series at Gateway. Till then, y'all have a good one.